MLO Bros, the one MLO Bros not here today. I'm filling in.
I think he's coming.
Temporarily.
I think he's coming.
Until he gets here. This should be a fun show. You've got a guest that will be gracing us.
Yes.
You've got phone calls to be had. You've got controversy in your blood, man. This is you got what? Respond.
Hold on, I'm trying to do our job because I was out here and I was late. First off, share this.
Please.
Share this, please. So Isaac and I got a little fired up on Tuesday. Is that fair to say, Joe?
Yes.
And we were 100% going after the boomers. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not apologizing because, like, some people are like, you're apologizing because, oh, you guys took heat. We always take fault. Let's get some things straight. We acknowledge the fact when we go a little overboard. However, I would like to say there are boomers that are doing this selfishly. I will say that till the end of time. But not all boomers. I said that a bunch. Okay, but that clip, your freaking buddy BJ back there clipped it, made it look like I was like, hey, boomer. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I am still not in support of abolishing taxes until I know what the hell the plan is, because I think lower income people are going to suffer when they do 100% or they do a 20%, 10% income tax and sales tax.
Right.
I truly believe that. And a lot of these people pushing that don't understand or don't care. Okay. And that's my concern.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I am for abolishing.
I know you are. I know you are, because you want to force them, right? You want to force them to make a decision.
Okay. So this is politics. This is not anything other than that.
Right.
Right.
I'm
And
listening, I gotta keep
so counties and states will not buckle in unless you have a real threat.
Correct.
Of equaling things out,
which they are already doing.
100%. And they wouldn't have done that had it
Fair.
not been the threat of abolishing the property tax. So
I agree with that.
This is a move where it's like, so I'm President Trump and I'm in the Mediterranean Sea and I have nukes. I have big nukes that will take you out. So let's have a discussion about disarming, right?
Nuking them, right?
And so you're like, okay, if you didn't have the nukes, would you really take the disarming conversation seriously? So you have to have the nukes in order to have the conversation.
So this is the nuclear option.
This is the nuclear option.
The other thing.
But if Iran doesn't disarm, you're going to nuke them.
Yes.
So it is not just a fake threat.
Fair.
If you don't do something about hemming in, and let's just say you put a cap on how much can be, extracted from a property owner,
right,
regardless of what the property value does, that at least is a concession between the two sides that are fighting this.
There are things I agree with. I think property tax, when you buy your house, that should be the value that they tax it on. 100%, because of what's it called? Unrealized gains or whatever it is, right? Like, I 100% believe in that. I think that the seniors, 100%, the boomers, should get discounted property taxes across it. They do already, but what they've done is they've made it so hard for people to obtain it. Like, you have to be like low income to get that.
Right.
And it phases out as you go. I think that's bullshit. I really do. I think the other thing, the constitutional findings back in the 90s and early 2000s, they said you can't do this.
This way.
And I made a post about it, and these people saying it's unconstitutional to tax properties to pay for schools. That is not correct. That is, listen to me, that is 100%. The people saying that, it is 100% not correct. The current setup is unconstitutional.
Right.
Because they said the distribution of wealth favors the higher, and it 100%
because that's what
does.
you chose. If you're going to tax a property, your nicer houses are going to carry more value, and the tax money is going to be more. It's a dumb way to fund school.
I live in Poland. Mm-hmm. My kids benefit from the high income because they have an amazing school system. Other school systems that are amazing. South Range, that's a high income. Canfield, although they said they were in distress, but I think that was financial distress, which was kind of interesting. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
There's more to that story for sure.
Yeah, there's so much more. Another thing people keep saying, well, you support property tax. You guys want, what the fuck are you talking about? You think I want like $7,000 a month in property tax? Hell no. Right? But I understand the way the current setup is, what it pays for, right? It pays for schools. It pays for services that society needs to function.
Okay.
Right? If you can figure out a way to do it without charging property tax, and it makes sense where I'm not going to pay $10,000 more, $20,000 more a year, like compared to the $7,000, tell me about it. Fantastic. Right?
Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's think of ways that might or might not have been floated at this point to do it fairly.
Yep.
Because, for instance, you have people that in your communities that don't pay any property taxes whatsoever, but still use services.
Yeah.
They're an anchor, a draw on cost without putting anything into the kitty.
100%.
So let's take property taxes and keep property taxes that property owners benefit from.
I think it's fair. Yeah.
So fire, your
Schools,
house catches on
fire, right? Yeah,
100%. Anything that adds value to your house, then
Agreed.
homeowners would be like,
Love
"That's
it.
a great."
I'm all over that.
All right.
He's surprised nobody's called in yet. That's the only effing reason you came in here is because you thought the phone lines were down.
And so then you're gonna fill most of the void, but then you're gonna have people that are like, "Wow, there's people who use services more than property owners." So maybe we add some of the sales tax allocation.
I agree.
In order for services that don't need to be tied in with property tax.
Florida, I've been like diving. Like everybody thinks I'm an idiot, but I like reading and I like knowing what the hell I'm talking about. Florida just eliminated property tax.
Yes.
But again, I see these morons posting, and it's just lies. That's not 100. They didn't get rid of all 100% of property tax.
Right.
They got rid of everything but schools. Okay, that is so the local levies are still going to get paid for in property taxes. However, the first thing I see when I wake up, property taxes canceled in Florida. No, it's not. Florida also goes heavier on sales tax, and they don't have an income tax. They go real heavy on sales tax. The Florida government then distributes that equally amongst the schools. That would be fine with me too. I'd be fine with that. But just willy-nilly deleting and editing and saying no more taxes, property taxes, without knowing what these assholes in Columbus are going to do scares me. Because here's the other thing. The response is whenever I say, hey, what are you going to do with property taxes when it's canceled? Abolish it. We'll let them figure it out. Who is them? Them is the same people who got us in trouble when we were in the first place. And then, you should trust your government. What the you are the same people that are cutting the taxes because they're overspending.
Well, let me just make you less afraid. The threat, I don't think it's ever going to happen in the way that's the worst case scenario.
Okay.
I think you're going to be fine.
I'm scared.
You
think it's going to be better? I'm gonna hold you.
Better than that? Heck yeah.
You think it's gonna be better than 7,000 a month?
Are you a cookie whore right now?
No, hold on. Keep going. I'm getting ready. We're gonna talk about these wonderful cookies here.
So I think what's going to happen, it's going to force these counties, it's going to force the state to think through this. And if they do nothing and just come up with this, I don't know how I'm going to pay for shit. It's not going to be that way. It's too dumb, too destructive. There's too much complication with that.
They're already making moves. I can't wait to get Tex Fischer coming in here. We're going to hammer him a little bit. I think he knows too. I think he's ready. He'll be fine.
But we should dig into Florida,
100%.
Find out what they're doing and how they make it work, and emulate a place where it's already sort of being done already.
Okay,
for sure.
Florida has county school systems rather than municipality area having their own school district. So basically, they can solve. If that's true, they can solve it, which makes sense. Look at our area. Yep. You have Poland. You have Lowville, which has like a graduating class of like 20 people. Now, Lowville, you're going to get pissed at me when I say this. It would make the most sense because also, if you look at Poland Township, Lowville is actually surrounded by Poland Township. Why is Lowville not in part of Poland? You know what I mean? And if you cut that, think about the money. And then you also have but again, it goes back to, I don't want those schools joining together. It's like almost a pride thing at that point. Even people,
you listen to talk radio when you're in your 20s. Nobody wants to bring those districts together, save money, and give up their positions.
How about this one? Struthers and Campbell. You want to put those two schools together? They're right next to each other.
Let's do it.
Could you imagine? Like they would flip.
Yeah. They don't want to give up their positions for sure.
All right. So,
yes,
dude, phone lines are open.
Yes.
Let's get to what we're supposed to do. Okay. Phone lines are open. We made those clips attacking the boomers, which we did. We apologized. However, all these people, you morons, you're stupid, you're idiots, blah, 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 blah. Call us up. Call us up right now. 330-595-1600. The rules are you can go crazy, but the second you start interrupting us and trying to dominate the conversation and not have a conversation, you're gone. Joe, I will cough.
Okay. That'll be my cue.
I will cough.
I'll wink at you.
Exactly, because I know. So here it is. You guys want to call us morons. You want to call us idiots. My brother's not even here. I will listen. And let's have a conversation about why you think we're stupid, why you think we're dumb, why you don't like what we say, why you don't like our opinions. Call it up. By the way, this section of Bash the MLO Bros is brought to you by Double D Cookies. It's a great name, right? Double D. I was like, she messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you guys in some cookies." I was like, "Okay, don't bring a lot because I'm down like 18 pounds right now, by the way, and I'm gonna be up 5 right now after I eat all these cookies because Isaac's not here." And she didn't tell me the name. And then this morning she's like, "Hey, by the way, I was like, your name is Double D." I was like, "No wonder why you came to us." So we're gonna go over some of these cookies. Joe, you're not gonna eat them, are you?
No.
Oh, fuck. The BJ. Here's one. We got a call.
BJ's not going to eat cookies either.
Dude, look at this.
Like
Look at this
his health.
cookie. What is this one? Dude, Buckeye cookie. Look at this thing.
Looks
You
beautiful.
don't want to try it?
No.
I'm okay. Buckeye cookie, Double D. Double D cookies. They're on Facebook too, by the way. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. We got a call.
We do. It's processing.
Oh, that is so good.
All right. This is Christine Oliver.
Oh, I
Is
know
this
her.
Christine Oliver?
Hello, good morning.
Christine, what are you doing?
I am on my way to a meeting, and
Wait.
I remembered you were live.
Are
and
you
so I thought I would call in.
Are you calling to bash us? You're supposed to be bashing us.
Oh, is that? Well, then I guess I'm calling the wrong show today.
You're the best. Christine Oliver is, for those of you who don't know her, she is running for commissioner, right? Running
Yes.
for county commissioner. She is currently on Canfield City Council. And by the way, I
Yes.
didn't know Christine was calling. I just know Christine. And currently, you're kind of in, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it or not, right? You're kind of in a scandal, not a scandal with not you personally in a scandal, but you've had some terrible things happen with the Windsor House. I saw the article in Canfield where your mom passed away. Sorry about your loss, by the way. And
Thank you.
it's just a whole mess where they're being accused of basically neglect to their residents, correct?
In my news story, which is shareable on my Facebook page, it shows how my mom passed away due to those things. It's all public record. You are welcome to share that. And you'll also see in the news story that they are trying to get a gag order, which I pray that doesn't happen, because I feel like people need to look out for their loved ones. And I actually called in about property taxes, but yes, you are correct. Yes, my mom did pass away on April 6th, and it's definitely out there.
I'm so sorry about that. But again, you can look it up, and I know you're going through a bunch of court stuff. I just that hit me the other, and like I said, you were sharing it with us, and it was just brutal. So that is absolutely terrible. Good luck with the court case and all that other stuff. So, all right, what do you got on property tax?
Well, I get people reaching out to me all the time asking me where my stand is, and I've made this clear. Would I love to not have property taxes? 100%. I think we all would.
Mm-hmm.
We pay like $10,000 on our property taxes, but I'm also being responsible in my thinking, and I don't believe that you can just 100% abolish property taxes, because not only would we have to find it somewhere else, it would increase our sales tax, which we're one of the 4th highest in the state currently as it is. And we want people to be able to afford food and their essential basics in life. And I don't want anyone to lose their homes. But also, if we were to do that, what would happen to our safety forces, like our police, our fire? They rely on those in the townships. the townships only receive property tax dollars, so we can't just unilaterally take everything away like that without a solid plan. We have to have a plan to make sure that it's done responsibly, and that is where I stand on it. Yes, I want to help people. I don't think anybody should lose their home to property taxes. We have to make sure that that never happens.
Yep.
Our seniors have a fixed income. We have to help people.
I have a question for you. Now, you're in government now. You're going to possibly be a commissioner if you get elected. I mean, government overspend is something they continually say too, where it's like, there's so much spending. You can cut this, you could cut that, you could cut this, you could cut that. I mean, what are your responses to that? I mean, obviously there has to be overspending. I can't believe for 1 second there's not, right? But I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Like, what do you do?
I definitely believe that we have to look at how all of our dollars are spent and budgeted. That is absolutely a very big concern of everyone's. So I do believe that has to happen. And also another thing that people don't realize is when levies are put on the ballot and you vote for these levies, you are increasing your property taxes. And people need to look at the fact that a lot of these levies already have in reserves millions of dollars. And we're voting to increase that even more and give them more money when they have reserves, and we are driving up our property taxes. They need to look at that inside millage. There's a lot of things that need looked at, and I do believe we need more done. And on the state level, with funding our schools, I definitely believe that we need more of that as well.
Awesome. Okay, well, I appreciate the call. Christine, good luck with your mom stuff, and good luck with your run for commissioner, right?
Thank you.
You're gonna,
Thank you very much.
Christine.
Yes.
If you get elected to go to be a county commissioner, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you not say you're going to drive to Columbus and kill everyone?
I'm not going to go there. All I have to say is I appreciate the fact that you guys share the news and you stand up for what's right. I think that's wonderful. I know that not everybody is ever going to agree with everybody's stance, but I also think we should all be respectful of everybody's opinions as well.
I appreciate
that. But that is something that never, ever, ever have been said.
Yeah, and again, I don't agree with everything Christine stands for. I mean, 100%. But again, you and I can have conversations and text messages and message back and forth, and we don't agree on everything, but we're respectful, and there you go, right? So I love it. Thanks, Christine.
Yes. Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, we'll see ya. Maybe every time we get a phone call, I'll eat a cookie.
Oh, call 20 phone calls. Let's make
double D cookies.
Fatty.
Wait, she told me her cookies, these are really good, dude. That Buckeye cookie, off the charts.
I appreciate that you didn't eat the whole thing in one sitting.
I was trying, dude. I could have.
You did a little corner of it.
I could have.
A corner of a.
Well, I'm going to save it for Isaac because maybe he'll want it, or I could bring these back to my kids too.
All right, so the game that taxpayers have to play against government is they have to threaten turning off the supply, because it's not like if property taxes go up and this money floods into these districts and these schools and whatever, and they got enough. It's not like they're okay. We didn't use all of it. Here's the money that we didn't end up using. They always find a way to keep using more and more.
Did you know what I heard?
What's that?
Actually, not heard. This is probably a fact. It is a fact because it came from a very inside source. If a school or a entity like don't use all of the funds they get, it gets cut.
Yeah, and so that forces them to use up to the very penny, or they'll get a less budget.
That's like I give my 14-year-old Lucas a $20 bill to go to the concession stand at a football game.
Yep.
Okay. I don't tell him, hey, I want change. Guess what's going to happen?
It's going to be like, I used the whole thing, Dad.
Exactly.
All of it gone.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, dude, where's the change? You didn't say anything about change. So his friends are like all eating pepperoni rolls. I'm like, well, at least you distributed the wealth amongst the kids. Right. But no, I heard that. I didn't know that. Yeah. But it makes sense when you think about it.
But that's how government grows, because they have an incentive to keep spending all the dollars. They create liabilities that need it, and now you can't cut it because now it got bloated by the math.
And you're hiring people with that money, and then
you have to.
Yeah, you hire because you're trying to spend it. And then here's the thing: expenses go up, And then the next year, if I'm in charge of a department, okay, I maximize my spending. Next year, guess what I'm going to do? I need more money.
Exactly.
I'm just because. I mean, 100%. I would do that as a
now,
manager.
if I said, all right, we're cutting property taxes in half, all municipalities have to,
Cut.
have to cut everything. They're going to go through their electives. They're going to go through things that aren't necessary. But then you get to like real layoffs. And if I decided that I'm going to hire, a couple more patrolmen with that money, or add some new technology to our deal, like that's going to be a negative PR because it feels like the taxpayers then rip something away that the city needed, even though it operated just fine before they made that investment.
Right. And here's the other thing I couldn't believe too. I read, how much does a starting cop make?
50?
Dude, it's exactly 50.
Is it really?
That is not enough to pay.
Not for a cop.
Dude,
No
could you
way.
imagine? 50. You want to read just like.
All right,
If they came to me and said, "Hey, we want to get another police officer. We want to play our police officers more here, pay some sales tax or property tax." I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
like
that
100%.
exists everywhere. I had a friend that did cancer research, right?
Yeah.
And he when he's doing this cancer research, he's making about $24,000 a year to do the research. His professor's making $220,000. That's basically taking all of his papers and doing his publications for him. So you have cops don't make a lot of money, but commissioners make a ton of money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have the worker that doesn't make a lot of money, but the CEO makes a lot of money.
Yeah,
you see a trend? You see a theme?
Oh, dude, I get it. Government agencies that have a balance or maybe savings money for a large project. They either save money over the years or issue bonds and pay interest. Government budgets and funds are all public. No need to speculate. There you go. All right. Hey, trolls.
It's your time.
Where are you at? You were all talking shit. Phone lines are open. I am willing to talk about how much you hate us.
All right, let me straw man it and throw some.
I'll
things
eat a cookie.
Like,
I'll get fatter.
I'm going to hit you with the whole boomers thing, right?
Okay.
Now you're expecting boomers to make a noble gesture and doing something against their interests, like selling their house and making all these concessions.
Did we say that?
Maybe. I might be making it
I think
up.
Isaac said that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Go ahead.
Why do they owe that to you to make the world a better place? Why?
Okay. Selling homes, you don't have to sell your home if you don't want to. Okay?
No, Isaac thinks it's greedy to hang on to the
I'm
home
not
you
I'm
want.
not going to
Okay,
speak
all right,
on behalf
okay.
of my brother.
All right.
If you don't want to sell your house, you don't have to. Okay? However, this is a comparison I used the other day. I'm going to land a little bit different. I have a 4-bedroom house, right? 3,000 square foot. 3 kids, cats, dog, you know what I mean? I would love a bigger. We only have 2 bathrooms. Okay? 2 bathrooms. Not enough. It is me and my disgusting 3 boys in a bathroom because we leave Maggie in her own bathroom because she does not have to be with the slop that is in our bathroom. I mean, it's the only way. It's so gross. Like, we have a cleaning lady there right now, and I literally had to pre-clean it, like the toilet seat, because I'm like, she's going to quit.
Why does she keep showing up in a hazmat suit
Dude,
when she goes
it's
into
so
that
bad.
room?
4 disgusting boys. Anyways, I would love that. I can't afford a bigger house right now. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? I would love that. I don't want to do that. I like to go golfing. You know what I mean? I like the life we live right now. Down the road, when my kids move out, okay? And Maggie and I have already talked about this. Our kids move out, and we have this big, giant house, okay? We're paying $7,000-8,000 a month in property tax, right? I am already planning on what we will do down the road because it makes no sense to live there. Now, there's memories, there's all this stuff, right? However, I know that's not what we're going to do. But back to the house. I would love a bigger, sorry, I went like Donald Trump there. I would love a bigger house. I can't afford it. I'm not going to buy it. Down the road, I know I'm not going to make as much income. We are already planning on what we're going to do, be it downgrade, be it, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. And that is the thing. Now, ultimately, if we want to stay in our house, we're going to have to plan on that accordingly, right? We're going to have to save up the money to pay for, understanding the taxes are going to go up. Well, maybe we might not even have property taxes by that point, right? But it's just planning and everything else like that. So the question is, like, right now, like I said, I want to go to a bigger, giant house. I can't afford it right now. I think the problem is, and again, some boomers aren't going to like this, and some old boomers, I'm not using that word anymore. Some of the retirees aren't going to like this. At some point, you have to say, okay, Just like I can't afford that bigger house right now, down the road, you're going to have to say, okay, I'm on a fixed income. I can't afford this house anymore. And, I had somebody, it was funny in the comments, somebody was complaining about their property taxes and how high they are and all this stuff. And I'm like, I said, you don't have to tell me this. How big is your house? Well, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath in North Lima. And I'm like, okay, what are your property taxes? $6,000 a year. She goes, but they were $5,000. I said, okay. Or do your kids live there? No, they're gone. Husband, I was a single mom. At some point, right? So you're on a fixed income. Mm-hmm. You're paying these things. At some point, you have to understand that, look, I can't afford this anymore. Right? And then you have to make hard choices and be like, look, I can't afford this. I want to live within myself. I want to live within my means, right? You got to think about moving at that point.
But if the reason you can't afford it is because services were added that you're not using and you're carrying the load for somebody
that's a whole
else.
Different thing. Right. That's a whole different thing. But the services, the services still affect you even if you're not using them. Because if you live in a house, let's just say, no emergency services, no police services, no fire services, and you live in that house, right?
Well, we're not saying no. We're saying go to the values that when I put that into my budget, I could afford,
right?
And keep me there so that you're not adjusting me. So make it so they're not, if I'm used to paying $5,000 and you tack on another $1,000 on me, that might be a deal breaker, and I might have to sell my house. But if you kept me at $5,000, I could afford that.
And I'm fine with that. And I said, I think boomers should, God, stop saying that word. I think retirees should be granted things that we are not because they are on a fixed income.
Right.
I've never said they get a homestead. They're talking about a double homestead. I would eliminate the income things for that. You know what I mean? For the homestead. I think that's totally fair.
Just
once you
lock them in.
Lock them in a little. I think that's just so then that way you can plan. I think
turn 65, you get locked
in. I would agree with that 100%.
All right, caller, you're on.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay, I don't think I'm a senior. It's not about affording it and if you could stay in there or not. It's about you taking our money and keep on using our money. We should determine what we want to spend our money on. I am about supporting the police and the fire. The thing is when does the accountability of cutting all this fat and waste? Let's go back to superintendents. Do we need a superintendent in Poland? Do we need one in Springfield? Could we combine services? You talk about a bigger house consolidating. Good luck on when you consolidate, because when you consolidate that 3,000 square foot house that you have, you're going to go down to 1,500 and pay more taxes because all it keeps on doing is going up, going up, going up. You have to have some accountability.
That's fair.
She's not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I agree with that. And here's the other thing. I'd be a fool not to say this. I understand what the retirees, the situation they're in too, because there's not a lot of good affordable housing in our area for seniors to go, right? Because obviously we don't want to send them into the hood to live in a $100,000 house, right? Mm-hmm. Condos, go get a condo. Did you shop for a condo lately?
It's up there.
Right? Or a nice condo? So ma'am, I mean, if you don't mind here, where do you live now?
I lived in Poland.
Okay.
I lived in Poland for a lot of years. I recently moved to New Middletown.
Yeah.
I downsized not because I'm financially set.
Yeah.
It's not a financial situation at all.
Right.
I'm set. I planned on that. The thing is that I want to determine how I spend my money. I don't need somebody else to determine how I do it. I've been frugal, so I don't need somebody to come in. Like the Poland Library, honestly, just think about this for a minute. If we took nonprofit places and taxed them, do you think we'd build the Poland Library? No, because like I said, there's just a waste of money. And if they had to reassess that and keep on paying taxes on that White House that they built in Poland, they would have never built that.
Ma'am.
It's just accountability.
Ma'am, are you a retiree? Are you a retiree from Poland that doesn't support the library?
I absolutely do not support it. Absolutely.
My God. See, and right there, Isaac will always say, the boomers want the library. Ma'am, you just proved
That's
Isaac wrong.
okay.
You just proved my brother wrong. Good job.
Are you aware of the excessive amount of funds that they have in that general fund for the library?
I am. Yes, I'm very well aware of that. I think.
See, I don't like waste. I don't like waste. I'm a millionaire, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind helping because somebody helps my kids.
Yep.
I'm all about kids and education.
Beautiful.
But I will absolutely, for free, my time and my knowledge, and I will go into Poland schools, and I will go into Springfield and any other school system, and I will show you the waste absolutely free.
I agree with that.
Take me up on the challenge.
On the challenge. You and I are on the same page. And again, I think the library is beautiful, but I think it's such a waste. Yeah, I really do. I mean, it's a beautiful library. It's great, but the fact that the same people who are complaining about all the excessive waste and I know she's with the schools and consolidating the schools. I don't want to pay levies for the schools. I don't want to do this. The people in Poland, they want to save the library, and they're building like $100,000 gathering donations for a William McKinley statue. Like, give me a break.
Yeah. Well, you built that whole big library in Poland. Now it's falling apart. So now you're into the millions. Whatever decision. How about just go out to New Middletown and use that library? Down the road, you're probably not going to even need libraries because everything is technology.
I haven't gone.
We need to go back. The other thing on property taxes is how about we raise the amount? You can't even get the homestead thing because if you make over $38,000, you can't even get the homestead.
Yeah, I commented on that.
Let's just go back. Like I said, I'm not against the kids. My kids went to Poland. Poland had excellent schools. I love the schools. I have nothing bad to say about Poland. But what I have to say is that come on, we have superintendents, we have an assistant superintendent, we have this, we have a lot of waste. And you know what? As long as you have the ATM machine that keeps on paying,
that's fair.
And you have no accountability, you don't have to because there's the ATM machine. You have a budget, I have a budget, and we determine what we spend our money on. They should, like I said, let's go back, let's cut the fat. And that 20% sales tax, that's a scare tactic.
I don't think it's.
Let's learn off of places. Let's learn off of places that have actually done it. Let's look at Hawaii. Let's look at South Carolina, who's actually done it. Let's go back and let's see what works for them.
Okay. Hold on. I appreciate your call. I'm going to talk about that Hawaii thing because I actually did some research on it. Thank you for the call. 100% agree with. I agree with a lot she said. Yeah. 100%. I keep seeing this freaking thing about Hawaii. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I've not.
I haven't either. You know why?
Why?
Because the taxes for the luxury tax and the vacation tax or whatever they call it are outrageous.
Yeah, they don't want you there. They really do not.
Hawaii is one of the most expensive places to live. Mm-hmm. They have like 1 million people taxed. Okay, so you don't have they do have property tax. It's low, but everything else is taxed out of their mind. And I keep seeing this graph where Hawaii doesn't have has really low property tax. Yeah, because if they put in property tax, everybody would move because everything's expensive. You have it's crazy. And again, I'm like, they shared this. I'm watching these people share this stuff. I'm like, why does nobody research what they're doing? I see these things where it's like I said earlier, Florida eliminates property tax. That was literally the head. No, that's not true. They eliminated certain property tax. Mm-hmm. They lowered it. However, did you know sales tax in Florida is 7 or 8%? I can't. Joe, I can't.
Yeah.
Can't.
Well,
hold on. This is stressing me out.
I don't want
Double
you
D
to.
Cookie.
I don't want you to immediately dismiss this. I want this to be a conversation piece, and I'm not insisting.
Artificial dye free. Sorry, keep talking.
This is not something that we should easily dismiss. But no. Denise and I agree on this thing. Right? I'm not saying all services.
Double D.
But there are services that you can privatize. Thank you.
My man. Sorry.
That you can privatize. So, for instance, Struthers, they build in trash collection into the taxes that you pay. In Boardman, you can pick whatever trash service company that you want, right? And so if you took services that could be privately done, you could take it away from the responsibility of your municipalities.
Yeah,
why can't I say that word?
That's okay.
You take it away from them, and then people can shop their own service provider. You're not locked into an expensive one.
Can you shop? I can shop.
Shop what? Garbage?
Yeah.
Garbage collection for sure.
And as soon as they bump it up, I go to another one.
Yeah. So you might say, hey, let's take the cops in Boardman, and I'm cool with the publicly provided deal.
Right.
But Joe wants black ops protection. So when I have a problem, I call in, Navy SEALs.
Right.
And I have the choice to be able to pay up for more expensive, higher paid, better trained. You take the public option, your public defender version of cops. And, again, outrageous example of it, but giving the community to be able to parse out and say, should a city be managing this public service, or should the marketplace be managing this?
You could look at that. That's a good call too. That is I didn't realize Struthers, they don't give you a choice.
No, they provide it within their tax system.
Ooh, that's gross. I don't like that. I like shopping around, but they probably don't want like all these different garbage truck companies driving around. That would be my guess. I don't know. Unless they get a kickback from who they could also. I wonder if they get money from whoever does the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like a contract. Yeah, like a contract. I wonder.
The plight is that if you're handing over 100% of your community to a garbage deal, then they don't have a lot of transportation between pickups, right? So it could be cheaper because you're giving
What kind of
them
service are you
wholesale
getting? What kind of service are you getting?
Right. You can't complain because you have no other choices.
I got into it with, is it waste management? I got into it with waste management because they'd bumped up my fees. They'd done all this stuff.
I bailed on them.
They weren't taking stuff. I call them, and they're like, well, you can just leave. I said, okay, F you. And I went to it was Kaufman's, and now it's something else now or whatever it is, and it's good. So,
but I think it should be a
Hold on, I have to do my commercial. I said, Dara's like, it's Double D Bakery. I said that. Didn't I say that?
You said Double D.
Didn't I? I just said Double D's. Maybe I just said Double D's.
Is that your favorite part?
There it is. Whoa. Who the hell is that? Is that you? Double D's. Double D Bakery.
Double D Bakery.
Look at that thing. I told her, she's like, is that too aggressive? I said, ma'am, that'll get your cookies sold right there. 100%. So sorry, I'm sidetracking because these cookies are so good.
I forgot what I was even talking about. No,
Joe just got sideswiped by the cartoon.
Double D's took my attention for some reason.
All right.
But anyways, so I think it's a combination. Cap out and limit the amount of tax dollars that get sent into public services.
Okay.
Have the threat of just cutting them completely.
Okay.
Right? Giving privatization over to some of these services that really aren't being well managed by municipalities.
Okay.
And cut that bloat of services that aren't connected to serving property owners.
Makes
and
sense.
make it not even part of the budgets of these.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Struthers people are all pissy. See, I could continually, you say stuff and they go, I live in Struthers and that's not true. We had great service in Struthers. Good. See, there you go. Struthers is knocking it out of the
How is
park.
that not true though?
I think they're saying me when I said maybe it's bad service in Struthers.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have less options as a consumer. You can't say no.
Could you imagine though, like if that? Hold on, Struthers too. Though, let's be honest about Struthers here for a second. Mayor Cat, if that company if they started getting complaints about that company they're in a contract with, could you imagine Mayor Cat?
She'd throw punch him for sure.
She came in here when I called her out.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you want a cat.
You want a cat as a mayor.
Contract.
Yeah.
Oh,
she came in here to freaking defend. I was like, whoa. I don't understand why people aren't there willing to blow something up. That's to the tax thing. That is my concern, Hell Corridor 666. Hell Corridor 666. That is my concern. We'll start taxing all unrealized gains. I don't like that.
So you as a real estate guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You are competing against other realtors, right? Mm-hmm. So your pricing, what you cost people, has to compete with other. Yeah. What happens if Struthers Cat came up to you and said, I want you to be the mandated real estate guy in Struthers. Anybody buys or sells?
I'm totally cut my prices 100%.
You're cutting the prices, or they're going up?
Yeah.
Now, someone who's not you, do you think they'd take advantage of a forced vendor providing a service that they wouldn't?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see where you're getting
their
at.
prices.
I would hope. Let me change that. What you just said. I would hope if Mayor Cat came to me and said, "Hey, Luke, I'm going to make you the exclusive real estate agent of Struthers, Ohio." Cool. I normally charge 3%. Like that's what I would say to Kat, right? For selling a house or whatever. She said, "Oh no. You're getting all the Struthers. You're going to do it for one." You know what I'd probably say? Yes.
Sign me up.
Exactly. Right. Yes. And I would assume that's what these trash services do.
Yeah. Right. But if you're the only vendor, like Amazon, They were
right.
really good at the beginning to get you locked in.
Yep.
And they were like, now we can increase those prices.
Yeah, well, you know what? Who does that? Hulu, YouTube TV. They've all Armstrong is freaking outrageous. Yeah.
Kill the competition, make them not even an option, and then they can do whatever they want once they have you, because you can't leave.
Look at Armstrong. Armstrong Cable is the only one that was in Poland. We now have Spectrum. This is the first year they haven't raised prices at Armstrong.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that crazy?
The marketplace solves a lot of these problems. Absolutely.
Cutting the bloat alone won't fix anything. There's not as much bloat as you think. Look at that.
Yes, there is. Mathematically, it's impossible to say there's no bloat because they're not giving money back.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They might be strict with things that are approved, but there are some things that they are spending money on that cities and counties have no business dabbling in.
Right. Lou must be from Southers. Our cost is $75.50 for 6 months. How much? I don't know. Do you know what your?
Yeah, I think ours is every 4 months, and I think it's like $38. So I think we're
it's
about
pretty
right
close.
On.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think that's right. Stop being. I didn't say there was no bloat. Stop being dishonest. I'm saying there is. If we said that, we didn't mean that. Hell Corridor. Take a step back. There. If we said that, we didn't.
No, I'm saying like give me audit privileges.
Okay, he said there's not as much bloat as you think. You said there's a ton of bloat.
You don't know how much bloat I think. What the frick?
That's what he said.
You're not in my head. Get out.
You're Hell Corridor 666.
You're not reading my mind.
Right now, Hell Corridor 666 is like he's got a pentagram going. Read Joe's mind. Read Joe's mind. I'll tell you what, Hell Corridor. I dare you to come over to this head. You'll find.
Danger.
You'll have nightmares. All my head's thinking right now is eat another cookie. From Double D Bakery. I made sure I said Double D Bakery. There she is. Double D Bakery. Will you guys do us a favor? Since she brought in cookies, can you please go like her Facebook page? That'd be nice, right? Go like her Facebook page. Get some cookies.
So count me as an efficiency expert.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my clipboard and let me walk through any municipality, right? Any county, and I'm going to have a box. Does county government need to be doing this? Yes or no?
Right.
And are we getting the best deal that we possibly can on it? Yes or no?
Fair.
I'm going to go through every department, every line item on your expense reports,
right.
And I'm going to tell you whether or not it could be done better. So, okay, you bought yourself a Cadillac, right?
Yeah.
Could you have made trips to whatever using Uber? Would it have been cheaper?
Right.
Would it have been distinguished to not travel in an Escalade?
That's fair.
Sure, but I can make it cheaper. So the bloat I'm talking is that there is free money that flows through governments. There's not people that are trying to be chintzy. They're not trying to defend that taxpayer money.
There is, right, yeah.
So they are overspending just because there isn't a person that's a bean counter that has influence.
My guess would be, if you look at, let's use the county government. The county commissioners decide on the budget, okay? That is their job. Mm-hmm. They have underneath them each department, right? Some elected officials, some not, that ask the county commissioners for their budget, right? Mm-hmm. Those people are going to try and get as much money as they can.
Heck yeah. They're going to see what they can get away with.
And they're going to
legally,
use every penny.
For sure.
And then the next year, you're going to go back and say, I need more money, I need more money.
Exactly.
It's the setup of this.
Yeah. And the growth will keep it taking in every dollar that you send into it.
Right.
And it gets to be unstoppable. This is the part where it's too big. The reason the property tax thing is on the ballot or going to be on the ballot is because you went too far.
Right.
And it's got to be scaled back.
I think that's fair. And again, I agree. There is no doubt there's waste in our government. Because just the way it's set up, there is waste in our government. Like I said, the government is my kid. I give my kid $20. I know gosh darn well I'm not getting that $20 back. And he's coming back for more.
Absolutely.
100%. Yep, I agree.
And blaming you that you didn't give enough the first time.
And then when I don't give him enough money,
he's going to cry.
He's going to cry and scream and yell. And 100%.
And tell you that his world's ending.
Yep.
And he's not going to be able to do his homework.
Right.
And everything. Oh, my goodness.
And I'm the worst dad ever.
You're so selfish. And how dare you?
I need this, Dad. How dare you? Right. Yeah,
the blessing is coming in this direction.
Yeah.
You need to work within the
and I think the government, though, they feel like they're the dad. It's taking the Christmas money and the birthday money
theirs.
off.
How dare you even have it?
Which I do to my kids too, by the way. But we do put it in a checking account. Like they'll get Christmas money. I don't do it. My wife does. Says if I don't care. They can spend it. But she's like, we're gonna put some of this money in a bank account. And my kids are like, no, because they're never.
She's so smart.
Dude,
she's teaching them good things.
Well, if they spend it, okay. Back to the kid thing. So I give my kid, let's just say, he gets birthday money. He gets money, right? You cannot depend on your kid to spend this. Maybe your kid does, but my boys, you know what they're spending on? Video games, upgrades to their skins in their video, which does nothing. There's not investing. They're not making good decisions with it too. Government. Oh my God. The government is our kid.
Yep.
That's my conclusion. It's a kid.
An entitled little brat.
It is. It is. Wow, that's crazy. Viva, yes, Dennis, right out of the gate. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Another thing that irritates me is paying for WRTA busing that doesn't come to our area. If you want to, that is a good point. Can I admit something?
Yeah.
I voted no for the WRTA every time it comes up. Vote no for it because it doesn't make sense. And I know people use it, but it doesn't make sense. For me in Poland, when am I going to go on and get on a bus?
Can I ask you this? And this might make me a bad person, but should government be a charity?
No, 100%
is it their
not.
job to help people, or
well? Now we're getting back into the freaking. Now we can get back into the retiree. You want to go down this route?
Yeah. Should the government be responsible for people who can't pay for services to make other people pay for it? Should WRTA lines that take people to work, is it the responsibility of taxpayers to get them there?
Back to what we talking about. Should retirees get a homestead exemption? Right? When everybody else is paying this, you know what I'm saying? Should people who, the only thing I would, you know how they give like income stuff for like electric, water, and I agree with that. Because you should have the basic means to live.
But government should be doing. I believe people should. I believe we should be charitable in our neighborhoods and with our neighbors.
All right. Okay, but you
the
don't.
Government being
that's a good question.
The sugar daddy of.
Hey, people, let me see it. Do you think the government should be like giving people free stuff? Right? Because they can't afford it. Because they can't do it.
No, if they could afford it, if they were just so good at being efficient,
so you're
then giving it away.
Right.
But if you're like, we need some more money at the same time that we're giving free things to people.
So you're saying because they're inefficiently using the money they're given. Well, I'm going to break this down. They shouldn't be giving it away because it's like you're taking money from me and giving it to people who don't have it, and then you're misspending the other money.
So here's how it goes.
If we had a positive net money coming in.
And we suggested giving it back to taxpayers, but what if it's like, hey, we were so efficient, we overcollected on property taxes, we're not going to create any more liabilities, we're going to do WRTA. And WRTA gets funded with the surplus of running efficient government.
How about this?
Yeah.
Change this around.
Okay.
The government is so efficient, there's a surplus. You divide it back into the people with the percent they paid.
There you go.
Right?
You could.
So the government is so efficient. There's all this extra money. I paid this percent of tax out of you're going to get this much back of whatever the pool is of what you paid in.
Yeah. Or I bet you could walk up to the polling and it says, your county overcollected by X amount. We want to give it to WRTA to fund them for 3 years.
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep. Yeah,
what do you want to do with the money, guys?
That's a pipe dream because that'll never happen.
Yeah, I know, but still, it feels so good to talk about things.
The government would
never
never
happen
because that would be like giving my kid $20 and him coming back like, "Hey, Dad, thanks for the money. I love you. Here's $15 back."
Yeah, but in the private side, and if I was negotiating a deal and it worked out well, we would talk about when it worked out well, what we were going to do with those funds. We'd already earmark it.
Yeah.
The government's just immune to that because they're just assume they're going to make dumb decisions and waste all your money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Property.
But that's why I don't want them in the charity market.
Yeah. Because
they don't do it well and it costs more than it should.
Yeah. Tex Fischer, by the way, if you're sticking around, is coming in at, what is he? The whatever of Ohio Senate? No, House.
Yeah, he's in the House of Ohio House.
Of 59th, 8th, 7th, 5th or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. There's a lot of numbers.
That's a good question.
He's coming in. We'll ask some of these questions to him. First question coming out of my mouth for Tex. Hey, is there government overspend or not? This is going to be my first question. Mm-hmm. Is that a good one?
And you know what he's going to say? Not as much float as you think.
I'm going to say, eat a cookie. All right. Dude, you have 8 minutes, trolls, to call in. I mean, I told BJ and Isaac no one was going to call in and bitch about us because everybody's all tough and whatever on your keyboards, right? Everybody's all tough. Lucas said this and Lucas stupid. And he's
See?
It's a block number too. It's a 234 number. There we go. Come on.
See what you did? Just
eat
shame them a little bit.
I'm going to eat a cookie from Double D Bakery.
Double D.
Please go like and follow them. Dude, look at these. What is this one? Look at that. Look, Joe, look at that. It's got like little things on it. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way,
those are good.
Did you know these are all artificial dye-free?
Nice. Can I stop you there before you eat that? Those are really good with coffee, and you're going to eat it coffeeless. Like you.
I think the
been so much better.
what you should go eat. We'll have to take this out.
Caller, you're on. Let's try to pick up because he can't talk. He just shoved an entire cookie in his mouth.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, caller.
Oh, okay. Those do look very good. I was going to call in to say I think sometimes the government can be an effective charity, and sometimes it actually saves money.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Medicaid, for example, is the biggest line item on the Ohio State budget, which is public for everybody to view, by the way. It takes up about 42% of the budget, but I would argue it saves a ton of money because let's think about it like this. If somebody doesn't have health care, for example, they have a dental abscess, they have something they can't get taken care of, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and end up costing even more money by the time it's putting them on death's door. So that actually saves money across the board.
You stay there. He sits there. You sit there.
Same with public transit.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I don't know about public transit, but I could see your point with the Medicaid stuff, right? And I'm going to go in like, you have to, like, I think it's law. If somebody comes into like a hospital, you have to service them, right? And if they're not on Medicaid, they're just randomly coming in. Think about the cost. You know what I mean? Everybody else's cost is going to go up because they're going to have to get paid one way or another. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like, for example, somebody can go to an urgent care first because urgent care can turn you away if you don't have the money that day.
Right.
And, you know, we live in a very poor part of the country comparatively, right? Like, the median income here is very low compared to the rest of the U.S. And if somebody can go to, you know, some people might not be able to spend $150, $200.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
To go to an urgent care. And if they go to the ER, that's going to be a $2,000 bill no matter which way you split it if they have to get an x-ray or something. Not to mention, what if they need treated for something?
That's a good point. That's a good point
That's
too.
a dangerous one.
And with public transit, think about it like this. There are some people, like I work in Lordstown, for example.
Okay.
A lot of the people who work over in my area, they're coming from other areas on the WRTA bus, and they don't have cars. They don't have arranged transport. And they might not be able to get a decent paying job with it.
Okay.
So it actually saves a lot of money.
Well, it saves money.
Because if they can't get a decent paying job,
right.
Well, if they can't get a decent paying job, they might have to go on government benefits, which ultimately costs the state money.
I got to push back. Thank you for
go
calling. I
ahead.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
man.
The reason, okay, so that is a good charity. It's not a good government charity because that will run away on you like crazy.
Right.
So let's just say there's a method where you are paying for your own dental, right? And then you find out that you can jump into Medicaid and then you don't have to pay. So now more people join Medicaid and it gets abused by people who aren't that I needed it, and it starts becoming that bloated where Medicaid becomes the way that everybody pays for it. It's not a charity that grew into a charity because here's what government can't do. They can't stop it from being abused. They have no methods.
Right.
Okay, so that what was great for intention ends up being a destroyed program because of it. If you were private and you were like, all right, I got this charity money, I'm limited at $1 million, so I have to spend it with scarcity, then you're going to defend against people who should not be using it from actually using it. Do you know any government programs that defend against fraud, or does it just allow it to keep
they had one.
up?
They had one, but they got rid of it.
Yeah.
They got run out. There was.
But anyway, that's why
one.
it's dangerous because you have one side of the equation we want to be helpful without making sure that it's truly a charitable thing and not just a strategy of operatives in politics.
Right. Isaac's here.
I'm here. I'm sitting over in the corner. I just got back from the doctor myself. I don't know what you have to do with healthcare. I am just so tired of spending a ridiculous amount of money on it's just not like on stuff I can't control. How is it fair?
Yeah.
How is it fair? I can't control it. Your insurance won't cover it, and then it's stupid expensive. Why?
Do you make?
Is
can you
that
get on? Can you
my
get on? Can you get
fault?
on like financial aid or something like that?
Right, like thousands of dollars.
Can you not get
and
off
they're
of
like,
this
oh, insurance isn't going to cover it. Here's thousands and thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of dollars you have to spend. Sorry, buddy.
if you promised to
lost
vote
the genetic
for,
lottery.
Yeah.
If you promise to vote for Gavin Newsom in the next
Jeez.
election,
But
I'll
it's
get
like,
you on Medicaid.
It's like if you privatize everything, will the cost come down? Like nobody can guarantee that either. You can't guarantee either way.
We'd have to look at Canada because Canada's privatized, right? Is it
No,
Canada
they're the
privatized?
opposite. Everything's it's all
No.
healthcare.
It's government funded.
Government funded. It's not private. Yeah,
private.
I said that wrong.
Like I just want
Good.
the price to come down.
Oh, we got 2 calls now.
Yeah. And we already.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, wait. Before you talk,
Hello?
sir, if you're calling, can you please complain about Isaac and I? Because we were waiting for all these hate troll callers and nobody's said anything negative about us.
If you would. Hey, how's your
All
wall?
right,
by
well,
the way?
no.
How's your wall?
Hold on.
Let me explain something to Isaac and to Joe and to you. You guys were all young when everyone was screaming the health care was going up too much at 5%. And then Obamacare and your dear loving father said it'll go crazy if you get government involved in insurance companies, and that's exactly what has happened. Before people complain about stuff, you better research it. Like the property tax, what are they going to do before they take away the property tax? That's the big problem. Because in the 90s, healthcare went up 5% on the average, and now it goes up 8 to 12%.
Yeah, so it's higher now because of Obamacare. Look, feed it to Joe.
Take a bite, Joe. Take a bite.
Sorry,
That's not why I called. Joe brought up a great point about government not sending money to certain areas or supporting certain. You know what I'm complaining about, Luke? I talked to you
Yeah.
about it. The state of Ohio requires all watercraft to be registered,
I
and it's
saw
not
that.
a large fee. Okay, and no matter if you have a private lake like your father lives on, a private lake, we have to go in and register. And I found out yesterday that when you go in and register, you can't put down the name of our private lake. You have to put down the name of a state lake. Okay, so no tax dollars come back to us.
Oh, because you're a private lake. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, and I just talked to Senator Catrona's office, and the thing about it is, Joe, no one knows all our legislatures, and it's a minor thing, so I can understand they don't know about it, but they don't know that this rule exists, and this Ohio Department of Natural Resources is like a tyrant, okay?
Yeah.
They have total control. The state legislators are totally afraid of that department.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, by the way, if you don't know, this is our father calling, lives at Lake Tomahawk, and they're going through all kinds of stuff, which we've kind of covered before. But the lake is getting filled up, though, huh, Pop?
Yeah, the lake. No one. Another funny thing. 3 years ago, they said these things were wrong, and now they're going to fill the lake up, and they're going to do what they could have done 3 years ago. But the bureaucracy of the state legislature is incredible. So it took 3 years for them to say, okay, maybe it's not as bad as it really is.
Awesome. All right, we got Pop. We're going to cut you off because we have a state house rep here.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, see ya. One more call too.
Do you want me to distract Tex?
I'll get him in here a second.
Okay, I'll
All right, caller, you're on.
Hello.
Good morning, it's Angelina.
God, will you please talk some trash about us, Angelina?
Sure. On your side.
I am. I'm going to talk trash about you guys. The fact that you're sitting, and I'm a thug. I'm not going to put that shit in the comments.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
The fact that you're eating those double D cookies on the air and not even offering a bitch some, like, you guys are trash. You guys are the trash of Youngstown. Like, I can't stand you guys right now.
Welcome. See, Tex Fisher's here. Just walk in and we're getting called a bitch by one of our followers. That's fantastic.
And he's going to be super
I'm
confused.
just totally kidding. I love you guys. I just want to come up here and say, I love you guys always.
Thanks.
And I really wanted to put out a reminder for tomorrow for the Youngstown Skate Park Association, our pop-up event. I really hope to see everybody there. It'd be cool as fuck to see you guys there too. Showing us some love and stuff, getting some pictures. I definitely want some pictures with you guys. But I just wanted to call, besides the taxes talk or whatever, just to kind of remind everybody about tomorrow's event. I hope it definitely does well and shows out, and, I hope it's a big thing.
What's up, man? Thanks, Angela. You're the best. Thank you for calling and talking trash. Thank you, Ange. We'll see you later.
See you, Ange.
Love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
too.
real fast. I opened this up, Tex, to have all these trolls and haters call us.
We pissed off the boomers.
We pissed off. We're calling them retirees from now on, by the way. We're
I
not
don't understand. It's baby boomers
But
is a
the way you say it, though, the way you say it, you call it
it's
like
a grouping
it's the
of
way
people.
you
Like you
stress
call me
the
a
word.
millennial. I don't get mad. You call me a millennial.
It's like boomers.
Before we start with text, though, I have to do something. When I was a little boy, or when I was just younger, we'd go to camp. You remember going to camp?
Yeah.
And when you'd pick on somebody, they'd be like, "Okay, you gave somebody a put down. You have to do 3 put-ups." Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, yes.
They'd be like, "Hey, you have to say
I-
three good things about somebody." If you
I
say
think I
one
walked out
bad-
because yeah.
Right. Okay. I will give the retirees
It's not as fun.
credit.
Do you use the word boomer? He does.
It's not a derogatory term. It's a generation of people.
Okay. It is a derogatory.
Like, you call me a
it is.
millennial,
However, when you say
Gen X.
the boomers are selfish, could be interpreted as
I
derogatory.
apologize for calling the boomers selfish. An entire group, an entire generation of people is not. I'm sure there are some boomers. Like, okay, I'm sorry for saying that.
Text all of a sudden will look at Tex and be walking out the door.
Right. I will give them credit. I am about to give you guys
Okay, three ups to the boomers, to the retirees.
Your music is better. I'll give them that.
100%.
Their music's better.
100%.
Your music is better.
Okay.
Your generation created
Okay.
some good music.
Fair.
Back when you guys were all doing drugs.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Okay. You guys kind of like led the movement. Like I had to use ChatGPT to help me a little bit, but you led the civil rights movement.
Yeah, fair.
Because they
Good.
would have been younger, leading the civil rights movement. Hold on, let me go.
Really bad about this one, huh?
Let me get my
Notes.
let me get my
Really thought about this one.
pulled up here real quick. Hold on.
You got to get out of here at 10:30, Tex, because would you like a cookie?
I actually brought a bribe for you guys.
Dude, he
My wife
brought a
made
bribe.
cookies
Well, we have
last
so
night,
many cookies. Who made this? Did you make these?
I didn't. My wife did.
Yeah,
I
okay.
purchased the ingredients and she did all the work.
Wow, look at these. Hey, Double D Bakery. You might want to call Tex's wife and get her on the payroll. Look at these. I have eaten 8 cookies.
Oh, dude, who made those? Do you make those?
My wife did.
Am I
did
supposed to give
not.
you your Tupperware back? How am I going to do this?
No,
here?
that's fine. You can keep that.
Are you sure? I don't
I'm
want to
sure.
keep your
That's
Tupperware.
a, that's a nice piece of
Yeah,
Tupperware.
I don't want it to.
I don't know,
Put it
dude.
in
I
here.
feel like if I did that, my wife would
I'm
get
gonna
mad
get
at
you.
me.
We're gonna
No,
take care of this.
I don't think she's going to get mad about that.
Is that
But
like the
if you want me-
family
if you want to have me
recipe?
back on in the future?
Yeah,
I'll
we could
the
take it
Tupperware
back.
Okay, cool,
That's
cool,
good.
cool.
Hold on.
I will say, okay, you guys led the charge on the environment and technological innovation. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were both boomers, or are boomers. So,
Do you want
Steve Jobs is dead.
Do you want my thing? Do you want my thing?
What's yours? Go ahead.
It's kind of sexist. That I'm gonna.
That's terrible, dude.
I know,
Why?
I'm gonna
Why
derogatory,
is it
but-
sexist?
Dude, the 70s and 80s, the
Yeah.
chicks back then.
Well, what's okay?
I always had a thing
I
for
think
the
there.
70s and
I
80s.
think Luke.
Like
I
the movie
think
stars in the 70s
you-
and 80s,
you-
always good
you
looking.
lumping
Always good
all-
looking.
I think there are beautiful women from every generation. Okay,
think
I
the-
am
I think the
better
girls
than that.
back- the ladies
me and
back
Tex,
then-
me and Tex are going to give a political
Long-
answer. There are men and women of every generation that are
There you go.
beautiful, and you know.
Okay, fair.
That's what you're
I'm just
supposed to say
saying
as a
I'm saying
politician.
it. I'm going to say it. All right.
Well done.
G's get a boomer room. Yeah, Isaac Dennis just said Denise just said get a boomer room, Isaac.
sorry.
George Carlin, I guess I should have said he did say it. Yeah, that was good too. All right, well, one more time. Wait, we have a call.
Should we take it or should we let
Yeah,
Tex?
it's Double D Baker. Sorry, man.
No, go for it.
Yeah, I think you got to do that. Hit talk. I think that's how you do it. Hey, turn your radio down or your phone down. Hello. Turn your phone. Hello, caller.
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Is this Double D?
This is Dara with Double D with Double D Bakery.
I'm just gonna call you Double
Nice.
D from now on. Thank you for calling. Thank you for the cookies. Did you see me eat an entire cookie at once? It was delicious.
Yeah, that was the cosmic brownie macaron.
That is fantastic.
They all look beautiful. The macarons look beautiful too.
I
Those
told
are-
you,
those are
Joe. I
harder than
told
people
you,
realize
Joe and
to make.
Isaac were probably they're super healthy, but I made up for
I've been
it.
trying. I'm coming off the holidays. I wait. too many
They're
cookies.
healthy cookies
Yeah,
because
they're
there's no seed oils.
No seed
There's
oils.
no artificial dyes, so I call them
artificial
healthy
dyes.
cookies.
So they're healthy cookies.
Listen.
There's probably sugar,
I trust you.
but they're delicious. I mean, you want to
There
get.
is sugar,
Do
but
you-
there's no bullshit.
Yes, I love it. Do you want to give a quick elevator speech where we can find you and all that stuff?
Yeah, where are you located?
I'm right in Youngstown by Cornersburg. I just bake out of my home in my kitchen
Okay.
with my 9 kids.
You have 9 kids.
I do. I have
for
5.
you.
I have like biological mine, and then I have 4 step kids
Nice.
Oh my God.
because we moved from Pittsburgh
That makes me want to.
after my husband passed away from COVID. So me and the
Wow.
4 kids moved here. I met my new guy.
Yeah.
We had a little one who's now 2.
Well, you got like a little Brady Bunch.
And he had
going
4
on.
kids.
Yeah, you like Brady Bunch.
Kellen in the comments is asking, do you have gluten-free cookies?
We are. I call us the Brady Bunch on steroids.
There you go. Yeah. Do you have gluten-free cookies? That was a question somebody asked.
I do. I make
There you go,
gluten-free
Colin.
cookies. The Buckeye one, I
Yeah.
make that gluten-free.
Nice.
The
So
cinnamon
good.
roll one, I make gluten-free. A pumpkin roll and a chocolate chip, and then sugar cookies, I make gluten-free.
Macarons,
And I do
macarons
cakes
are
and
gluten-free
cupcakes.
too, aren't they?
Are gluten-free too.
There you go.
Yes, macarons are gluten-free, and I use gluten-free Oreos, so gluten-free people can still eat the
You can
macarons.
bring some of these back for Shelby then, because she's gluten-free, right?
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Because
Well,
you have a strawberry crunch one in there.
I
It
go.
has
I go right to
real
chocolate.
strawberries and golden Oreos,
Nice.
but the Oreos are gluten-free.
Look at you.
All right. Well, everybody. Well, thank you so
Awesome.
much for cooking us or baking us the cookies.
Yeah,
Fantastic. We appreciate it.
Go buy Double D's.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And everybody go follow her right now. She has 9 kids. For God's sakes, go buy some cookies.
As a marketing person, I love that.
Yeah, I'm in 3 stores if y'all want to hit up
There you
like
go.
Wedgwood and Austintown.
Yeah.
I'm in 2 places in Columbiana, the Dutch Cupboard, and 26-3 Coffee Shop.
Awesome. There you
Beautiful.
go. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And again,
We'll see you around.
we'll see you around. Thank you. The cookies are so
Okay.
good. All right. We'll
Thank
see
you. Bye.
By the way, I know you're not allowed to take bribes,
I'm not. No.
but
How much? What is a bribe?
a bribe would be bringing us cookies so we talk about their company. Is that a bribe?
He brought us cookies, so we talked.
So he said, wait a second. Did you just bribe me, Congressman?
I can't bribe you, but you can bribe me.
Okay, cool.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, he can't bribe us.
right.
Well, I mean, he can't. Wait, are you? You can bring us stuff. We can't give you stuff.
Yeah.
You want some cookies?
I'm good.
All right, Tax. Sorry, we got to talk about Tax. So, Tax, who are you? Where are you from? Give your speech, man.
From Youngstown, live in Canfield. Got appointed to the state house. Sorry,
What's
I
your
got appointed to the state
number?
house.
You're like state
59.
rep. 59. I was right, Joe. 59.
So the district is basically everything south of Youngstown and Austintown, with the exception of Poland and Mahoning County.
So you're not mine. You would be his. He's in
know.
I'm
Green.
guys
South
live.
Range, North
Yes.
Lima.
Greenford.
So yes.
Greenford.
So
where
not
you
mine.
live?
I'm in Poland.
No. So you're in the 58th district.
I must
Who's
be right
his,
on the
who's
line.
his representative?
Lauren McNally. Oh. Yeah.
Is she?
And then
We've
I
had
have
her on.
2 townships.
I'm
in
gonna need you to
Columbiana
leave.
County.
I'm going to talk to Tax.
constituent is a
Well,
constituent
he's a state thing, so
conversation
he's
only,
still
yeah.
using my text or my
Your
text
your
That's
opinion
true,
doesn't matter though.
does-
when
it
it comes
does.
to him. It doesn't matter.
But
Mine
he's not.
is more
He's not going to
important.
listen to me.
No,
he's gonna be
he'll
like,
listen
yeah,
to me.
Yeah, because you're about. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Even though, is it? Do you do New Middletown?
Yeah. New Middletown, Springfield.
Where's the line at right there? Do you know?
the edge
road?
of Poland? Yeah. It's wherever the
Poland
municipal
Township?
boundary. Poland
Oh,
Township,
so it is the
Poland
thing.
Village,
So I'm
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I'm like right there.
It's a little funky. I've got Struthers and Camel, but
And
not
not
Poland
Poland.
or Lowville. Yeah, or Coatesville.
So she must go up that way, right?
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, so we brought you on for a couple different reasons.
Okay.
And I appreciate you reaching out. Catrona's on my list.
Why?
He
Al-
ne- I
About
emailed him, I messaged him, never responded about this tax thing and about the weed thing.
Okay.
So he's on my list now.
I have-
McNally did too, by the way.
I have shifted. You can still give your
well, let
trying to
me
convince
set the
us
pins.
of the. Okay, go ahead.
Let me set the
Okay.
pins for those of you watching at home. There was a law passed in the state. I'm gonna see if I can do this right and give it to you. You can totally correct me.
Okay.
That basically edited the marijuana amendment. No,
Initiated statute.
statute. That's the word. And it was basically all supported by Republicans. Couple Dems, I think. Maybe it was right down the line. Anyway,
So there were best way to look at it is
Yeah.
there were 3 distinct versions of this bill. There was the version of Senate Bill 56 as passed by the Senate,
okay.
which they sent it over to the
Can you
House.
give me one too, Isaac?
We spent probably 6 months arguing about it.
Okay.
Significantly changed what the Senate sent us. Sent our version back, which got 80 plus votes. I think it was 84 votes.
Okay.
A vast majority of both Republicans and Democrats supported the House version. That went over to the Senate. They decided not to concur with our change. They sent it to a conference committee where a couple members from each, the House and the Senate, haggled and tried to divide up the differences.
Okay.
And then the final version of that bill, the conference report, is what passed and was signed by the governor with a couple.
And
of
it
votes.
basically altered, and we went over this the other day. Not a lot, but some of the rules with the weed laws.
Correct. So What the voters passed in issue 2 was an initiated statute. It was not a constitutional amendment, so it's no different than a law passed by the legislature, signed by the governor, in terms of you can come back and you can revise it anytime you want. It's not a constitutional amendment like
You can't change constitutional
you
amendments.
cannot. No.
You know what you guys should really, the government should really invest in is like a 6th grade teacher that can break all this stuff
That
down.
can communicate it
and
down.
communicate it in a way that it's explained like, hey, listen, we're going to have to edit this because we want to make weed not just free for all. We want to make it so that it's like the same as alcohol. You have somebody say that over and over
cool.
and over and teach the people,
Because
I feel like you wouldn't be getting as much kickback from everybody.
He
'Cause
was
I didn't
totally
know that.
against that.
Yeah,
He was totally against your
totally
change, the
changed my
changes until we went over it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh wait, that's actually a good idea."
That makes a ton
which
of
really
sense.
surprised me.
But it's like there's nobody out there
Right.
that is explaining it like that. And
So-
that's you don't really understand something unless you can explain it at a 7th
So-
grade level.
Yeah. So
And
my
this is
question
true.
was though, so you get this passed by.
You put all the lawyers out of work if you do that.
That's the problem.
Correct.
That's the
they
problem.
want to act like, yeah.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm not. No.
That's the problem. Is you get lawyers involved. Everything goes to shit when you get lawyers
because
involved.
they want to be the decision makers
Yep.
and have all the
And make it
power
confusing and everything else.
Stinking lawyers.
So
think-
here,
I
so
think-
good for business.
I
for
think
them, but
Beatrice
yeah.
is coming in on Tuesday, by the way, guys. Just letting everybody know.
he's not a normal lawyer. Can we just say that? He
That
is-
guy, he
is-
texts me and calls me, and I'm like, this guy is a psycho. This guy is crazy. This guy is nuts.
I'll get a random text from him, and
Yeah.
it's literally like my crazy uncle at Christmas when I get a text. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm with my wife, and I'm like, hey Maggie. She's like, I'm like, read that text. She'll read it. She's like, well, who the hell sent you that?
Dude, he sent
I was
me-
like, Dave Beatrice. She's
He
like,
sent me-
seriously? It's
He
like, yep.
sent me the clip from Scarface, I think it is, where Scarface is saying F the Diaz brothers. He's like, I'm coming on your show next week. And then he sends me that clip. I'm like, what the heck? This
All
guy's
right.
crazy.
Sorry, focus. We're all over the place all the time. I don't know if you ever watch or not. We're crazy.
Oh yeah.
So, you as an elected official, this was kind of my thing, and I'm still kind of like, I get why you did it, but I still kind of like, meh, gets passed, and then all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh, we want to change this around. At what point are you like, okay, the people voted for this, we need to change it?
I mean, I was at that point. I was a no on the bill the first time they tried to pass it in June.
Why? What was
May
on?
and
What was
June.
different?
It was much closer to the Senate version of the bill.
Okay.
I thought the hemp regulations were unreasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point in this bill they tried to raise the taxes, like the excise tax on any of these products. I thought the number of dispensary caps were too low. It just wasn't gonna. I just didn't think it made any sense.
Right.
I thought there are some very basic things in there that make sense. Like, I think the way the revenue is distributed. This was like any initiated statute, it's essentially written by special interests. But rather than going the lobbying the legislature special interest route, they went straight to the ballot special interest route because they could afford to do so. Okay. So
Now
it
have
was-
you have some cities that do have just
correct
Struthers.
Struthers. Austintown has permitted, but it's not built and operating yet. Youngstown.
So this directly affected your constituents then, because
Correct. So
Okay.
I mean, there were, like I said, 3 very distinct versions of this bill.
Okay.
The version that passed out of the House, I spent a lot of time working on that. It was broadly supported. I was very proud of that. The Senate, I think there's just a fundamental disagreement of opinion between the leadership in the Senate and House members, and specifically on this issue, where I think they wanted to do things that were far more restrictive. And a lot of those differences did kind of get haggled out, but there were a handful of provisions that I will not defend because I didn't think they were necessary.
Which
So,
one? Can you give us an example?
Sure. I will give you an example of the traffic stop language in there where...
Yeah, I read that.
I don't think that there needs to be a database of dispensary customers anyway, but that was in there.
They were
It's
going to
always
have
been
a
there.
freaking. They were going to have to give the cops a list of people who smoke weed.
Who
Right.
go to the dispensary.
dispensary customers, right? And I think
That's-
part of the reason
No, but you don't need that for
pre-existed Senate
anything
Bill
you
56.
buy
This-
ever.
That was a Senate bill, right?
No, that pre-existed Senate Bill 56.
Really?
That's an already existing thing.
Wow.
But
Like, it just goes to
the-
show what the government thinks currently, their way of thinking towards weed, like people who smoke weed.
Oh, 100%.
Like, they're
Negative.
going to do bad things, so we need to keep a database. That's what that tells me.
Everything they do, 100%.
So the traffic stop provision, which from reading it and talking to people who are attorneys, tend to think that it's kind of pointless. But it's more of like, I looked at it as this is just a stupid thing that we're doing that's going to get us beat up for no reason.
Yeah.
If it doesn't actually change,
That's fair,
you need
too.
pre-existing probable cause to initiate a traffic stop, regardless of whether you're a dispensary customer or not. The fact that we even would say, the fact that we even mentioned that at all in the bill.
Not saying cops
no
would do
sense to
this, but some cops might, where I go left to center.
Yes.
They run my license plate and they see I'm a
Correct.
That would be my concern.
You create an opportunity for selective
That's
enforcement.
what I'm saying. Yes.
Same with
Yep.
bringing dispensary products from Michigan, which is
gross.
very
Yeah.
common. I mean, Michigan was legal long before Ohio was, and people have been and will continue to do that because it's cheaper in Michigan than it is in Ohio.
Right.
That was essentially just to protect the industry
Yeah.
in Ohio, who has to compete with far lower prices for reasons that this bill doesn't address at all. Really more to do with supply and demand and the regulatory burden that the state places on growers, processors, dispensary owners. It's very, very expensive, very, very expensive business to be in.
Yeah.
But it's also, that license is very valuable, hence
Right.
why it's so expensive. But I would love to see those fees come down, because I think we need to start treating any industry
Right.
like it's a business. We're supposed to be a pro-business state. I think there's a lot more to do
Right.
in that policy area. But like I said, that traffic stop provision was one of my least favorite things in there. I think the governor vetoing the hemp beverage provisions was very upsetting to me.
Why is that?
Because there are 3,000 jobs that will essentially be eliminated.
Yeah, you
Because
said that. I think you said that in your email or the message to me that you weren't happy with some of the stuff DeWine did.
No, I wouldn't have voted for it had I known what he was going to veto. But
There you
that's
go.
the problem, is because there was an appropriation in there to give the money to the local
And he
communities.
can line item veto.
He can line
stuff.
item veto
That's
anything with an
bullshit, too.
appropriation.
How do you like
I
that?
agree. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
How do you like that one? Line item vetoing stuff
So-
too. Was there any fat or what do they call that? Some pork on the bill too that got passed?
Filled in there.
Filled in there
to
that
just get
went
through.
with it just to get it through?
No, it was really the only dollars were appropriating the host community fund. The local tax dollars that were not being appropriated because the initiated statute was written in a way that the funds were essentially directed to a dead end. There was no legal way to actually appropriate the funds.
And eventually they did get appropriated.
They get appropriated in
did.
this bill.
Yeah. Well, that's
which is
awesome.
another one. It's 90-some, almost $100 million.
Well, that's why you'd vote yes on it, because you got
Right.
freaking all the freaking
Yeah, and I went.
dispensaries in there.
I did a press conference with Austin Town trustees and Mayor Struthers and all these different communities that
Yeah.
were getting screwed on not getting their tax dollars from having a dispensary. And as much as I didn't like other things in the bill too, I would have felt like a hypocrite if I hemmed and hawed and did a press conference about how they deserve their money and then vote no.
I would vote.
when I
You'd
had a
almost have
chance
to.
on
They
it.
almost forced him to vote yes.
Yeah.
Which
you
is
imagine?
that's the way it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, you
put-
almost got forced to vote yes.
We had another bill for a budget corrections bill we passed on the same day that ended up having $350,000 appropriated for a Somali community center with ties to misusing a lot of federal funds in Columbus. That, number one, we didn't really have enough time to review that.
Please tell me they got light item vetoed or something, or no?
Oh
Did they?
God, no! The governor has no problem with that sort of thing. He has a problem with.
Do you have a problem with the
hemp
governor?
beverages. I don't have a problem with the governor. I disagree with the governor on a lot of things, and
I have a problem.
Not
I have
my
a
type
problem with
of.
the governor.
He's
John-
not my type of Republican, really. But I mean,
John,
he's right sometimes.
John comments, look, if everyone smoked weed in the world would be a better place. Everybody will be a lot more calm. John, I'll take that one step further. I think all the politicians that are voting on all these drug laws
smoke weed.
should try it at least once.
I think that's a good idea.
You just get them protection. You make sure they're safe. But if they're gonna pass rules on
Wait,
crack,
real fast.
you got to try crack once.
Speaking of
You
trying
said a
things,
fentanyl bill. Is that what you're suggesting? We all do?
You guys,
anything you do,
obviously, you're not going to be doing.
Yeah.
You're not going to be doing it in an alleyway or in a bathtub.
Yeah.
No, you're
you're going to
doing the
have
state house, right?
doctors
right at the state
in
house.
the state house trying all
Yeah.
these drugs. Because then at least you'll be able to
Yeah.
say, "Holy crap, fentanyl! That shit
It's bad.
Is bad."
They might-
but
you
it
never
had
know.
me feeling some type of way.
They might be like, "Oh my God, this crack is fantastic. Let's legalize
That's
it.
probably more likely than not.
Let's legalize crack."
Yeah, I think if you pass laws, you should try it at least once, so you know what you're taking away from the people.
Dara, I cannot try any more cookies. Her husband said try the Biscoff macaroon. I've literally.
I'll take that to my wife.
Yeah, we're gonna take this back. I'm gonna take some to my kids. We're gonna bring chocolate chip cookies. This will be great. Do you want to try one?
I'm good. No, I had plenty of those last week. I don't need
It's
more.
popping.
Yeah.
Are they like the family recipe? Is that
Yeah.
what that is?
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love that.
Thank
That's
you,
awesome.
Mrs. Fisher. All right, and then we got to talk. We got him like 8 minutes. We totally
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that though. You coming on, being honest about that stuff, because like I said, when the initial thing with the weed stuff, I was like, mother.
Me too. Me too.
And then you see it and you're like,
you get it explained to you. It's like, okay, I'd almost be
Right.
more so on the doing it in public than alcohol, because I went to a beach on Memorial Day. You're sitting at a beach and there's so many people and all you smell is skunk. It's like, this is just, I can't even enjoy
I keep saying
myself.
that smells like America now, and everybody says,
if you put that on the ballot, that probably passes 70%.
Right.
The public would agree with that.
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Smoking it in
You
public.
shouldn't have to smell that at a playground.
You can't
to take
smoke
it.
cigarettes anymore in public. So what the
Yeah,
hell?
Which I think is
just
far
do
less
edibles when you go
offensive.
to the beach.
Yeah.
Just do
I'd
edibles.
rather smell a cigarette than weed.
Yeah, the other thing is, I'd rather smell cigars. Cigars,
Yeah.
I think smell
100%.
really good, but I'm sure there are people who hate that too. But
Yeah.
I got another topic. Okay.
We got to talk about the taxes.
Oh, we can talk about taxes in a second.
What's your? Oh boy. Oh god. I'm sorry.
This is
Whatever's
one-
coming
no,
out.
No,
of
no,
his
no. This is a
mouth.
good one.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
good one. I want to talk about Mike Saccone.
Okay.
How do we get rid of this dude?
The
Signatures.
only way I think you get rid of him is the petition gets enough signatures. I don't see him resigning.
So a little birdie told me that you have the power to somehow finagle the system in a way that they don't have to get all those signatures. What's that called?
There is you can extend the authority the governor has to remove certain county elected officials via court proceeding to include all county elected officials or specifically clerks of court.
So you'd have to change the law
You have to
do
change
it?
the law. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very feasible path to do it if there's interest.
Can you do it on just one official, or would it be all? See,
you'd have to do it for all clerks of court or all countywide
and
elected
then
officials.
you're getting into politics,
That's
which
where it
could
gets
cause a
tricky.
problem.
Correct. You have
Amend
associations,
statute 3.08 and 3.07 so we wouldn't have to collect 17,000 signatures.
But the problem is, if you do that, though, it makes it for everybody, and then I get worried about them
Well, I mean,
just
I don't-
removing people they don't like, or you know what I mean.
You would set a precedent that they say, hey, this guy said
That's what I
the
want, yeah.
N-word. This guy said
This guy
gay.
talks about my mom.
This guy said gay, and
Yeah.
we should remove him because he said gay. Like, it's a slippery slope, you know?
Yeah, and the practical aspect of that is you deal with association politics, right? You've got every one of these elected officials has their own association and their own lobbyists that come and
So much red tape.
get worked up about any
It's
change.
brutal.
I mean, this happened even before I was in the legislature, but requiring county elected officials to go into the office more than once every 90 days. It's 30 days. That conversation long predated my time in the legislature, and I think
That's
it was
a
in the last
rule?
operating budget. Yeah.
They had to make a rule to make your county officials go into the office.
I'm not.
you guys suck.
I'm not kidding.
What's the rule?
We had like an argument about it with one of our members pulling out one very, very specific example of somebody that had like a severe life-threatening illness to the point where you probably should just step down at that point. If you can't make it into the office once every 90 days.
Same reason I'm trying to get elected. That
What a great
free
job.
health insurance.
Yeah.
That free
Did you hear he's
health
running?
insurance.
Did
I
you
did
hear?
not hear that.
Yeah, Isaac. He's
Congratulations.
trying to figure out how's your health. How's your health?
Yeah, how's your health
Very
insurance?
expensive. To the taxpayers, yeah.
To the taxpayers, but not to you. Isaac doesn't give a shit
Since
about
when
the
do you guys
taxpayers.
care about them? I don't care about them.
Isaac doesn't
They're
care.
gonna. I don't have health insurance. I'm gonna run for something
Isaac,
so I get free health insurance.
you're up for re-election, right?
Yeah, every 2 years.
Isaac.
Filing deadline.
Filing deadline's when?
over. It's over. You missed your chance.
shit.
You missed your chance.
2028.
Damn. Do you have
Come
people
at me
running against you?
2028. I have a Democrat opponent, but that's it.
Who?
Wayne Penny Jr.
You can take him. I've never heard of him.
Wayne Penny Jr.
Where's he from? Not to talk about your opponents, but
I actually don't know where he's from. He lives in Canfield now. But I don't know where he's
Tex,
from.
may I ask how old you are?
29.
dude,
Younger
he's
than me.
young,
Younger than
bro.
me. I was getting some water over there. I saw some grays. Did those pop in?
No, those long predated this, but yeah,
Did
I
they?
have a lot of gray hair.
Getting popping in
Do you
from
have any
being a
kids yet? Do you
politician.
have kids? Dude, you want to talk about grays? Get some
No, I believe
spit
you.
some kids
Yeah.
out.
Oh look!
dude.
Oh look! Another millennial who's not having kids. It's almost like
They
the
can't afford
market
it.
we're in isn't allowing for millennials to
Isaac,
have kids
Isaac,
because
don't
of
start
a
it. Don't start
situation
it.
that we've been put in that wasn't our fault. That may be from a generation. I don't know what generation.
No, you apologize. Don't.
No,
Don't do it.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
All right, so let's talk about taxes. I know you said you got to go quickly here. There's so much you can do with this tax stuff. Like we could talk about it for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions. We're rapid fire questions. Are you concerned about the abolish tax movement?
I wouldn't say that I'm concerned. I mean, if it happens we'll have to figure it out. And I think it creates an opportunity to make a lot of reforms, structural reforms that will lead to a reduction in the net tax burden at the local level. Look, Ohio, we're a low tax state at the state level. We're a very high tax state at the local level.
Yeah.
Something's got to give. We have all these subdivisions. We have 600 plus school districts, 600 plus superintendents, probably another 1,200 assistant superintendents, all things considered. We just spend a lot of money. We've got all these different fiefdoms of everyone wants to run things their own way in their little 1,200 person community.
Yeah.
But the problem is the second you say let's consolidate schools, everybody freaks out.
Yeah, and I think the issue
size.
the issue is administration. I don't think it needs to be necessarily school districts and community identity. The cost is from the duplication in administrative services.
So you could have one superintendent run 5 schools
per county.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So-
there are a ton
Right.
of states that do it that way, and they have no problems.
Right.
Trying to break this
interesting, too.
down
Not
into
the way that we do
a
it
simpler
historically.
way of
So
thinking.
so that would be you would go schools need cutbacks.
I think the problem isn't necessarily the amount of money the schools are spending. It's how they're spending it. They're not spending it in the classrooms. They're spending it on administration.
There you go.
Look, we're one of the worst states in the country as far as how much we spend and what percentage of that actually gets to the classrooms. Teachers don't make a ton of money. But we've seen administrative spending and hiring is basically doubled over the last 15 years.
My wife's a teacher, and I'll clearly say this. Compare what the teachers make to what the administrators make. And it's freaking bonkers.
Yeah, teacher pay has been flat adjusted for inflation
Bonkers.
for 30 years.
Yeah, bonkers.
Administrative pay, there are twice as many of them, and
Yeah.
they'll make more.
Yeah, bonkers.
If this passes and we're axing property taxes, and then you want to up the tax burden in other places like the schools or
No, it'd be sales, income, right?
whatever. Are you going to have to get that approved by the people in order to do that, or no?
So that would depend. I mean, at that point, it's really up to the legislature to decide what they want to do. There's not a specific requirement in the Constitution. I would like to see these things voted on at the local level because I think you should have some control over your own taxes.
Because what I would love to see happen, I'd love to see this happen, is that we axe property taxes and everybody saves all that money, tax burden goes down, okay? And then the government is forced to, hey, if we're upping anything else, you guys have to approve it. The people have to approve it. And then the people are like, no. Like we're gonna have to up a tax in this area. Do you guys approve of that? No, figure it out. And then people are allowed to say.
So you think people should vote on everything?
With the taxes, yes.
Because it's
in this
coming out of-
scenario,
Oh, boy.
they are saying we don't want to pay property taxes, and then there's obviously going to be an adjustment where the government is going to try and stab you in other locations.
You got to make up some of the revenue. Yeah. I don't think we need to make up all the revenue.
But that's why we're getting rid of it. We don't want you to have the revenue. Figure it out is what I think the people want you to do.
Revenue, though.
I think you get the revenue by cutting back, just like
But
the government has told the people.
Like if they eliminate property taxes, it's like what?
No,
88 billion?
20 billion. It's
No,
not that
it's
much.
like-
Yeah,
Okay, 20 billion.
I think that the government should make a budget, and I think that they should make some cuts, and I think that's where the money should come from. That we're obviously trim the fat. The people were
general
forced
public-
to do that in the bad economy.
Hell Corridor 666 says the general public doesn't have time nor the wherewithal to wherewithal. That's a good word to make policy decisions regards budget and appropriations.
What are they cutting?
What are they cutting?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, is there
Doesn't
stuff
really-
to cut? I mean, is there
there's tons of. I mean,
Yeah.
you cut billions of dollars out of the state budget. There's money.
Yeah.
The money's there.
Billions of dollars.
so
Cut it
you
back.
could do cutbacks.
Oh my god.
A bloated.
Yeah.
we were
Joe, there is bloat. He admitted there's bloat.
We were just talking about how
That's
a
my point.
politician didn't come in for 90 days. He's not
Yeah.
doing
So
anything.
there is bloat that
so
could be cut.
There's a
or he
massive
has a
amount of
team
bloat.
of interns doing
Yeah.
his job for him.
Right.
We
It's
got
like,
thousands of people on the state payroll, federal payroll, whatever, that just count paper clips for a living.
So why aren't they getting cut?
Why aren't they getting cut?
Why are these cut? You have
Well, I'll use an example of
Yeah.
during it's political pushback and in a lot of cases public employee unions. I think are significantly involved in that. I mean,
unions.
Their incentive is to protect the jobs of their members. Like they're
Yeah.
doing their job. Like I'm not faulting them for that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
anytime you talk about eliminating anything, it's like the world is ending. I mean, you talk
Right,
about
because you have administrators that are leaders to a group of people
Right.
that like almost love them because they're underneath them and they're part of their team and they're like, no, we can't cut them back. It's like, no, everybody else when the economy goes to crap is forced to make adjustments and make budgets and save money and do all these things that they're advised to do, and the government never has to do the same thing. So we're getting rid of property taxes. I don't want you to create other taxes to make up for it. So cut back so that the people can actually feel the relief of what you're trying to do. Don't just make it a cycle and create other things. That's why we're scared, because you're just going to create more.
What do you think?
Well,
more crap.
An example of bloat, and I'll use the state government as an example, is every agency submits their budget request and they get funded in the biannual budget, right? They will say we need funding for 85 of whatever position. Realistically, they have 60 people employed in that department right now. They maybe need 70, but they get budget for 80. They don't fill those positions, and they just, after a certain period of time, they take the money and spend it however they want. So I'm working on a bill about that to make sure that if you don't actually fill the position within a certain amount of time, the money gets clawed back. Like you shouldn't just get to sit on this excess because
You asked for it and got it.
you got it.
Wow.
You know, I mean, there are countless examples of that sort of thing. All of these, I mean, you know, we set up a fund for stadiums. I didn't agree with that. I didn't think that was necessary. That's
crazy, right?
Example.
The Brown Stadium?
Yeah.
That's insane. And I'm a huge Browns fan.
Yeah.
That's madness. Madness.
Wait, what is it? What is the
They're
madness?
how much is it?
$600 million.
From
to the
government?
Browns.
From the government.
From Ohio.
Bro, maybe if we were good, we could think about it. Maybe if we were good,
$1,000.
then we could talk.
$600 million.
No.
$600 million.
The Haslams don't deserve it. I promise you.
You mean to tell me the Haslams don't have that
Sell
kind of money?
the goddamn team. You're making your complex so that you can have Super Bowls up
Was
there.
that passed by people?
It's in the state budget. Yeah.
The guy doesn't care about having a good football team. He cares about making money.
And DeWine could
Obviously.
have vetoed that?
He could have.
He could. He didn't.
No, he did not.
$600 million.
What a turd.
I mean, it's part of a larger fund for other stadium projects.
Is there a
So, I mean,
stadium
I'm
fund?
not saying that makes it better.
Is there a
stadium?
stadium? Why don't we just cut that
So
stadium?
the argument, Luke, would be if you give me this money, I'm Mr. Haslam. If you give me this money, I am going to drive so much attention to Brook Park, Ohio by having Super Bowls here, and they're going to come spend all their money. And I'm not just going to make money; all the surrounding businesses are going to make money.
$600 million.
Have a good football team, and then you can have the taxpayers' money.
So I'm a Steelers fan. I just think building a dome in Cleveland is super soft. So that's one of my biggest.
I
objections
agree
to
with that. It is soft. Texas
You gotta
soft.
man
Yeah,
up.
you're not going to have a
we're
snow
not-
globe game where
Yeah.
we kick the Steelers' ass and all throw snowballs at the Steelers players as they run off the field.
We all know why DeWine did not veto it. Why? I actually don't. So I'm not part of your we. Tracy, if you could please not include us all together.
The governor's objection was, I think, at the earlier parts of the proposal was just for the Browns, and I think he wanted it to be broader. Which I would say I don't think that the state needs to be in the business of funding stadiums. I think public stadium funding typically is done at the local level,
It's
county,
NFL football
city.
team. They have plenty of money.
They can print money, exactly.
Dude,
It's not
he owns like a massive oil company or gas, whatever it is.
And his team
Truck
sucks
stops, yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
they do suck.
You just what?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the elderly.
Okay.
Do you not like elderly?
Excuse me.
I do not dislike the elderly.
Do you ever use the word? You said you use the word
I've
boomer.
absolutely said the word boomer many times. Yeah.
Me neither.
Why can't we have one simple solution for the elderly issue? The taxes is what he's talking about.
Well, I don't know
The elderly
what is the
losing their
elderly
houses.
issue?
So they're taxed too high. They're on fixed
But
income.
everyone's
and-
taxed too high. Most people are on a relatively fixed income. It's not like wages are exploding the last like.
It's almost like they just want.
Don't stop. Just
I'm
don't
gonna
dig
be
yourself
nice.
a hole.
I'm going to be nice today.
So
I think.
Yeah.
I understand. Like
They're
I
on
understand the
fixed income.
frustration.
They
of,
let me wait.
you
Hold
paid
on.
off
Let me.
your house. You still have to. I get it.
Yeah, can I say that? Let me say it.
go
Let me act on behalf of the boomers. I'm the retirees. I already paid off my house. I've worked 30 years and my house is paid off. I shouldn't have to pay taxes. I don't have kids in school. I shouldn't have to pay for that. What else are we hearing?
But like you have.
This is for tax. This isn't for you.
In the home.
I shouldn't have to move out of my house because I can't pay the taxes. My taxes have gone up $3,000 in the last 2 years. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think those are all. I'm just as pissed. I mean, my property taxes
too.
went up with the reevaluation.
Yep.
And they will, that's the way the system works, and
Yep.
that's why people are frustrated. I get not wanting to pay property taxes. I also don't want to pay property taxes. I
Yep.
don't think that it is necessarily a problem that's exclusive to retirees. I think it's a problem that everybody should be frustrated about.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I don't think there's a certain age where you deserve tax relief and when you don't. I think the housing market for young people is already basically inaccessible.
Average first-time home buyers, 40 years old.
Exactly. It's indefensible, right? Like I was very fortunate. I bought a house when I was 21.
Wow,
That
got me
turned
beat.
into-
I was 22.
You two are ahead of the curve there.
It was great. It was I built a lot of equity in that, sold it, and made good money. Bought another very expensive house. I mean, so it kind of evened out. But I get why people don't want to pay property tax. I don't either.
Yeah.
But I don't think
like
it's
I'd save
something that's-
$4,000 a year. Like, of course I don't want, but it's
not
just
something
scary.
that should only be for one age demographic
Yeah.
over another. I think everybody should get relief. And
There you go.
some people, some people are dealing with harder times than others. If you are, 75 years old on a fixed income,
Yeah.
I get that. And I think that there are already things in the law that account for those types of folks,
Right.
but they're completely valid in their concern, but I just don't think that where you lose me is when it's like, well, if you're 65 or up, you're the one that should be getting the relief. No, I think everyone should be getting relief. Everyone has to pay for it.
I agree with that because let me tell you what, I have 3 kids. Food is through the roof.
Right.
Expenses are through the roof. Granted, the retirees are on fixed income, but everything else is going up for me. Too, you know what I mean? Like you said, everything is going up. It's
Everything-
brutal.
Yeah, everything goes
brutal.
up
You
for
want to know how
everyone.
much it is to feed 3 boys, dude?
A lot, I'm sure.
It's more than I guarantee it's more a month. It's more than their taxes.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the age of 64, if that isn't a good enough answer for you, and you think Luke, this rude
He's
Luke,
trying to get him to come
and
at me.
rude,
He's trying to get him to come
and
at
rude
me.
Tex over here, you don't like their answer to that question. I have a reverse mortgage I can sell you. Reverse mortgages are a great option for you
Tap
because
into that equity.
after a certain age, you have equity, and you have a house that's paid off. You have equity in your home.
There you
I
go.
can
Sales pitch.
guarantee
Sales
you,
pitch, dude.
as a
Sales
loan
pitch.
officer, I can guarantee you that you can stay in your house until you die. You won't. The bank will pay you money out of the equity in your home. Then you can pay your taxes with it, and you won't be homeless. So call me today, 330-921-8978. I'll get your reverse mortgage.
Hell Coroner just said Luke hates the elderly. I mean, at least I didn't say boomer. I'm getting better, right?
He does. They both do, I think.
Text.
I don't.
Isaac, here's the worst thing.
I call
On
them-
Tuesday,
I call them
Isaac
selfish.
called the boomers selfish for not wanting to lose their houses, basically.
I'm not saying an entire generation. I'm wrong. I was
He-
wrong in
he
my
and I got
wording. An entire
killed.
generation of people are not selfish. That's
Killed
wrong
on
to
Facebook,
say.
and I was making comments. Hey, call in. Call. By the way, no one called in. You freaking loser trolls.
The American dream is dead.
Yeah, no one. I gave you the opportunity to call in and give us shit. Nobody called in. 0. BJ US lunch.
I didn't raise my voice either. I wasn't here.
I set all this stuff up, but then he cancels on me because he has a doctor's appointment, and I'm like, dude, you're just sending me to the fire.
I totally forgot about that.
But nobody called. I tell Gorgeous that I could call back and give you shit.
I missed
We're
you.
good.
I missed you. Hell, if you called in, dude, I missed you. I'm sorry.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm very. Where are they? Do you know where they at with the abolished tax, like the signatures? Do you have any idea?
Not a clue.
You're just going to go with the punches when they come?
Yeah, I mean that's our job.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. We don't get to pick and choose what the people
There you go.
put on the ballot.
closer to that
Sorry.
thing, dude.
sorry,
Sorry.
I
Sorry,
mean,
no, you're good.
it's if they pass it, they pass it.
So no scare tactics from you or anything like that? Because
No, it'll be a challenge, but I'm not going to scare people. Like I'm not.
like this.
I hate taxes so much. I'm not going to be like crying if we take away one option to tax people. Like we'll figure it out. If it leads to a reduction in the net tax burden, which is what matters most to me, which I think it will, because it will have to, because there's no way. Like the governor says, 20%.
Not gonna be too high. Yeah.
Nobody's going to vote for that at the state level,
Right,
locally.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
It's
what
never
I don't
gonna
understand.
happen.
It's like
it will force a net reduction in the tax.
It's a
burden.
scare tactic, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
I would say it's going to be 7. My guess is like 7 and 5, 7 and somewhere in there would be my guess.
Yeah.
It would like for the different taxes.
Yeah,
and
I think their revenue will have to be made up because that's the primary way that schools are funded. And,
Yeah.
like that's 70% of your property tax bill goes to schools. I think there are cost saving things we can do there where we can still direct probably more dollars to the classroom with less spending overall.
Yeah.
But again, that requires the tough conversations
Of
about
getting rid of
administrative
people.
consolidation and you can phase it in over time. Like I think the biggest challenge that would be faced from this amendment is the fact that it's more or less immediate. It's a pretty quick turnaround. It's
Yeah.
not like something we can phase in over a couple of years, in which case I think that'd be a lot easier, but it's our job to figure it out.
if that passes, let's just say this. If that passes, people will lose jobs one way or another.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, people will lose jobs. It has to. So
Yeah,
people
government
will
jobs.
lose jobs. Government jobs, school jobs, probably. People
government
will
job.
lose jobs. Yeah. The other thing that I think is interesting too, and I want to have him on. I don't know if you've seen Dave Thomas. He's not, you know, Dave Thomas.
Yes, very well.
He's you don't know, not the Wendy's guy.
Different Dave Thomas.
There's a Wendy's guy named
Founder
Dave
of
Thomas?
Dave Thomas, the
St.
founder
Thomas.
of Wendy's.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know his name was Dave Thomas. I don't know why. I love Wendy's, but I didn't know.
The guy that was
really
in the
love
commercials for like.
Because I don't love Wendy's that much.
You don't like people
no,
watching
I
this.
love-
No, quiet.
I love me a spicy
Isaac
chicken.
Schuster does not like Wendy's. You un-American
Okay, who's
Nazi
the other
bastard.
Dave Thomas? Who's the other Dave
He's
Thomas?
a state rep,
State rep.
Trumbull and Ashtabula County.
Trumbull,
Yeah.
and he's been
He's
messing.
been the property tax. I mean, he's done most of the property tax work the legislature has done.
There have been other distractions in Trumbull that have
yes,
there that have not made me
Nikki
pay attention
Frenchco.
to Dave Thomas, and I apologize.
Yeah.
But so Dave Thomas is
611 districts in Ohio. Florida's bigger than us. They have 69. It's a great example of school districts. Like,
There you
we
go.
don't need to have that many school districts. The state has reduced revenue excessively on the schools, but doing nothing with the rainy day money. Fair point. We've got about a $4 billion rainy day fund. Public school districts combined across the state have a rainy day fund of $11 billion.
Okay, so as an adult who
There's a lot of
hopefully
money there.
eventually have kids, I would be worried about class sizes. And if my kid's getting enough attention, are
well.
you going
What you're saying though is you're saying it's administration,
Yeah, I don't think we should be merging like
buildings or teachers.
No,
or,
I think that's the sort of thing you would incentivize using the school facilities fund to build, one campus per district. But I think the biggest driver of the cost is administrative spending, non-teaching.
He's
What
talking
if you
about
have
that.
like a couple superintendents for a bunch of different school districts?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
he's
that's
saying
fine.
one.
That's
Right
what
now, there are 22, 23 superintendents in Trumbull County, and like all
Okay.
of those people,
All of them make over 100.
that makes sense.
No, they're the actual cost of the taxpayers. You got to think about it. A public employee, you see their salary, you think that's what it costs.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's basically double because you got pension contributions, you've got health insurance,
yeah.
thousands
All
of
that
dollars a month for every
good
public
health
employee.
insurance that you people
You've
get.
got all these different things. Pension pickup. In some cases, superintendents get the employee share of their
Right.
pension paid for by the school district.
Right.
Yeah.
All these different things.
So you're not saying teachers.
No, I
it
think
would
the
be-
teachers are actually. I mean,
More important, obviously.
that schools are about like kids in classrooms and teachers.
I don't want to throw this
The
Not
out.
the
jobs program,
administration.
the administrative aspect of it is.
I'm not biased or anything, but I think
supposed to
teachers
be.
should make about
400,000.
400,000, 200,000.
Yeah, I mean, teachers
Teachers should make 200,000.
Teacher pay has been-
kindergarten teachers.
has not gone up over the years. Yeah.
Kindergarten teachers should make 200,000.
Sorry, we're so annoying.
Texas trying to talk. We just,
No, that's okay.
Sorry,
This is
Tex.
more fun.
He's trying to be so political, and we just
Right.
keep dragging him back into
Okay.
the dirt.
Okay, so teachers are keeping their jobs. Sorry, go on.
They should.
Tex.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
no, I think teachers have not seen the benefit of the massive increase in spending
Yeah.
across both the local and the state and federal level. Like,
I agree.
There's a lot of money in education. It's just not going to the right places. And I think a lot of that, in part, is driven by state mandates.
Yeah.
The state says, we want this program, which means you need to do this. And the district responds with, we're just going to hire somebody whose only job is to do that.
Right.
And then you do that over the course of 15, 20, 30 years, and you get to the point now where you've got twice the number of non-teachers employed by school districts than there were in 2010. That's a problem. That's where the money's going. It's not the
How
issue
is
isn't
that-
that
how
we're not
is that-
spending money. It's where the money is going.
How is that happening? Is it the school boards getting more administrative? Like how? Because
It's
you
a
have to
combination.
approve it,
It's
right?
The state passing a mandate, and then the school district deciding whether it's the superintendent or the school board deciding, well, we may not have the capacity, whether they do or don't. I can't speak to that.
Right,
to
right.
deal with this, so we're going to hire somebody whose job is to
An
deal with this
administrator,
program.
yeah.
And then that happens time over time over time. And if you've got extra money, look,
You're
you're
gonna
not going
spend
to find
it.
a school district. Like I was just
Yeah.
watching a video. Illinois spends like twice as much per student as Ohio does on schools.
Okay.
And I saw a press conference of them saying like our public schools are grossly underfunded. Like
Wow.
I mean, you got teachers, and it's again not saying it's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
like when the Chicago teachers went on strike like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I remember just looked up some of the salaries and I was like shocked. I didn't think
Yeah.
it was possible to make that much money
As a teacher. Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. Like good teachers should get paid a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
an important job, but that's not where the money's going. We're spending more money, the taxpayers, on a product that's getting worse. And ultimately,
Correct.
the kids are the ones who are losing out.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need to be married to keeping things the way they are because that's the way they are if the outcomes aren't improving.
I live by that. Yeah, I live that quote you just said right there. Mine's a little bit more simpler. Don't just keep doing things because you've always done it that way.
Right.
That is it. That's good.
Well, Tex, you got to get out of here, don't you?
yeah.
buddy?
What are you doing today? You're gonna go home and play video games? What do you do?
gosh, no, I don't have time to do that.
Because that's what Isaac and I are going to do.
Very, very important things like talking on the phone and responding to emails.
Do you respond to your people when they reach out?
As much as I can. I mean, sometimes it's not worth it. Like I had a guy left me a very pissy voicemail accusing me of being a Confederate for reasons unknown to me.
Nice.
That's like
I got so much.
We'll get that too sometime.
I got so much. Yeah, I mean, asked my wife.
Did you get the other way yet? Did you get the other way?
The other way.
So that's obviously a or that's obviously a Dem. Do you ever have the conservatives calling you a sissy snowflake or anything? You're not Republican enough.
That's pretty rare. I can't say that I get that one a ton.
He's got that R next to his name. That's
it helps out a ton. I bet.
I don't get that one a ton, but I do get like the guy who's coming and hawing about me being a Confederate.
I am not kidding you. In the same day, Isaac and I have been called right-wing Nazis and left-wing snowflakes in the same exact.
Because we haven't declared, and you can't look up because we haven't voted in a primary. You can't look up and see what we are. So people want to take advantage of that and say no
because you're so fast to say
look, they're Republicans. Look,
but
they
not,
can't.
Yeah.
So they get all freaked out.
Very rare. Texas the best rap. You got fans out there, bro.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
You got fans. Not great. No. Okay, we're saying. Why do you think?
Why don't we charge each? I saw a comment earlier.
What?
Like everybody who has a kid. Luke has 3 kids. To go to Poland, he has to pay $1,000 a kid. $3,000 for his kids to go to Poland every year.
Because you know how much it is per kid?
Then we get rid of the property taxes and we charge you.
Dude, do you know how much it is per kid?
Parents.
Do you know how much it is per kid? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like $7,000 a year or something like that?
For
a child
kid to go to school.
It's more than that. It's like, well, it depends on the district too. Youngstown, they spend probably $25,000-$30,000 a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Poland is probably $12,000 to $13,000 a kid.
Youngstown's more. Isn't that crazy?
But yeah, that's another 20-minute conversation to talk about the school funding formula and how it's divvied up and why I think that.
I ain't paying for my kids. I want the taxpayers to pay for my kids.
Right, and that's the.
You're gonna piss off some people from a generation that I will not say that don't have
their kids got paid for
and are completely want nothing to do with the school system because it's out of sight, out of mind.
They had the government or the taxpayers.
They changed it all around. They don't. I'm with them. I don't have any kids in this. I don't want to pay for your kids.
I'm gonna get your shirt. I'm with them.
Sounds like you just described private school.
Yeah.
Well, you get, but the private schools get money though from the government too. Like if I transfer my kids to private school,
so you get a voucher. The parent gets a voucher.
Yeah, you get a voucher.
If you want to send, you get
some money.
The average.
Yeah, vouchers.
It's like $7,000-$8,000.
Yeah,
it's the
vouchers.
state share of.
I didn't know that.
The
So
average state share of.
How much does it balance out to send my kid to Ursuline or Mooney?
I have no idea.
That's a,
but I know that you would get. It's kind of means tested. You get less the wealthier that you are, the higher your family income is.
You would want.
You do like it's a.
Careful.
$7,000-$8,000 voucher. Basically.
You would want to send your kids.
Careful.
You would want to send your kids to Ursula.
Careful. We have a politician in here.
I'm sorry. Texas is like, good God. Lord McNally came up one time. She never came back, so don't worry about it. You'll be the same.
Well, thanks for coming on.
I'd be happy to come back. This was a lot of fun.
We'll have you on longer next time because I think we could really get into it because he's explaining it good. Because sometimes we have politicians on and they're like blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, stop.
You gotta, be able.
I like facts. I like numbers, dumbing it down, and you go from there. And what's funny is you're not. How many lawyers are down there? Is there a ton of lawyers in Ohio?
Yeah, I don't know if there are a ton. They're a good number. I don't think they're like the majority of the legislature anymore. No.
What'd you go to school for?
I didn't go to school.
You didn't go to college?
No.
Where'd you go to high school?
I was homeschooled.
You were homeschooled and didn't go. Joe! This guy wasn't. Joe, too. Joe didn't go to college. Everybody calls. Does anybody call you dumb for not going for college?
Any of the lawyers give you shit for that? I bet they do.
He didn't go to college.
The lawyers don't.
Who does? Who would give you crap for that?
Joe just said he wasn't indoctrinated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
He's not part of it. He's good. Really? So you were homeschooled and didn't go to college? That's
It's okay.
Amazing.
We both have degrees and people still call us stupid. So.
He is so much smarter than us and he didn't go to college. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for sending me to college.
We still get called. My YSU degree still gets us called.
That's awesome.
Stupid.
What did you do right after high school?
I started working. I worked on a campaign.
Right into politics.
Then I worked for Turning Point USA for a couple of years.
You worked for Turning Point? No way.
I think I remember hearing
first
that.
ever, like the first hiring class that we had at Turning Point. I worked there.
I remember seeing that.
Worked for the state Republican Party for a year. Then I worked at another nonprofit, the American Conservation Coalition, which did like energy, environmental.
Were you into politics in high school too?
Yeah.
I could tell. I mean, that makes sense.
Tex, may I ask you a question about you? So tell me if this is true or not.
Yeah.
About a year ago, Tex followed us. And I feel like you've been just like kind of watching us from the sideline, just
in the shadows,
seeing, hey, how crazy are these guys? How crazy are these guys? Maybe I'll go on their show. Maybe I won't. And you kind of like tested us to see, and now you finally pulled
I've
the
been
trigger.
waiting for an invite for like a year.
Oh,
So, yeah.
see, we don't invite a lot of politicians.
He has been
I don't
watching.
blame you,
He has
but
been
yeah.
We
watching.
don't invite-
Every now and then he'll throw us a like or something, and I'm like,
Well,
watching
I like
that.
the AI videos you do are hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, the AI videos.
So funny.
Maybe we got to do one at text.
Knock yourself out. Yeah.
We could do the Kool-Aid man, him running through.
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
dude. I'm not kidding you. The politicians now in Mahoning County, I have literally had them text me and like they're like, "Hey, this is happening. Please don't make an AI video of me." like they're literally terrified.
No, those are fun. I like that stuff.
And then, wow, that is so awesome. Well, we'll have you back on. I know you got to go. Thank you for the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And you're right. When so you
What
will
can
be
people do to help you?
Yeah, so you're well. Let's talk about your campaign. You're running now.
Yeah, running for re-election. I'll be on the ballot, unopposed in the primary in May, and then general election in November.
He's gonna get reelected. There's no way.
We'll see.
Unless there's
You
a blue
afraid
wave.
of the
Unless there's
blue
a blue
wave?
wave. Are you afraid of?
No.
You're not afraid of the blue
Big
wave?
Daddy Trump
here, no.
making mistakes.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Yep.
We appreciate you.
Thank
We'll
you guys.
kick you
Yep.
out of here.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we'll have you back on. Let's have him on again and longer. Like I could deal with text for an hour.
Anytime. You just let me know.
All right. Thanks.
guys.
Tell Mrs. Fisher we
ya.
said thanks for the cookies.
Yeah, thank you so
will.
much.
Yep.
See ya. For sure, she wanted her Tupperware back, dude. You can't do
Dude,
that to a lady.
I'm married. If
You can't do that to a lady that makes cookies.
I've been married long enough to know you give the Tupperware back.
He would get stabbed if he went home.
Where's my Tupperware?
My wife would stab me.
Dude,
There ain't no way I'm letting that man go home without Tupperware.
I feel bad when we have people like him on because you know what? I don't feel bad because he comes on. He's like,
He knew what he was getting into. Like I said, he's been watching us for a year now.
right, but our ADHD goes off and he's
Yeah.
like talking and then we're like, so technically, it's just like,
he's like, that sounds like
guy.
private school. And you go, I wouldn't send my kids to, and I'm like, don't.
It's like, why would this guy this is so funny. Look, I really did not want my Tupperware. That must be her. I really did not want my Tupperware back. Yes, Juliana. Yes, you did.
Julia, come on.
Juliana.
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 Come on.
Yes,
Juliana.
you did.
You wanted your Tupperware back.
I
Listen.
am a married man of almost 20 years now. You wanted your Tupperware back.
Luke's wife has threatened my life. If I
You-
didn't bring, I want my Tupperware back. I have ladies in my family that come to my
you
to
want
my
it.
yearly party that put like little labels on their Tupperware, like and their address, so that it can get returned to their house.
Right.
Like I'm not stupid.
Right.
I know how this works.
Yeah.
You guys, Tupperware is your trading card.
And for the record, also, did you see how Tex did that with the cookie bribe? Walks in, goes like this. Hold on. Also goes like this. He goes, "Hey, my wife made you cookies."
He didn't. He's like he didn't push them towards you. He pushed them to the center of the table.
Wait, yeah, that was it. It was like this. He's
This
like-
is for whoever
he's
wants
like,
them.
My wife made the cookies, and he put them down, and he waited for me to take them.
Yes, exactly.
So,
I didn't
see?
give it to him. He took them.
He
from
took
me.
the cookies.
Yeah.
See, that's how bribes work.
Yeah.
And by the way, hey, speaking about bribes, if you'd like to come in and give us cookies or something, I'm all in. I'll do this all day.
You want to be a sponsor of this shit show? Call Joe.
Call Joe.
We'll get you. Well, I'll do a live read of whatever.
Yeah,
if Double
Double
D's
D's.
wants to.
Double D Bakery.
Yeah, Double D Bakery. Whoever wants to sponsor the show, I'll do a live read. We'll make it fun.
Yep.
And
Yeah, you want to do that? I'm good. I mean, I'll totally do that. We love supporting local.
start whiff of those cookies. That's their taste. They smell great.
All right. Where am I bringing the cookies to? I don't know if I want to take cookies from somebody with a name Hell Corridor 666. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
It's gonna be like what is it? Gran Torino.
Pentagram cookies.
Yeah, it's like Gran Torino, where at first he's like upset that the nice
We have
neighbor
4
dropped
minutes and we gotta go,
the
right?
food off at his front door, and then as time's gone on, it's
gets
like
better and
no,
better
you
and better.
could bring him in here, go put him on the table.
We have 4 minutes and we got to cut this off. 3 minutes now, but we're going to cut this off. So BJ,
It's a long one, man.
It was good.
This went a long time.
Well, it was a good one. It was
Yeah.
good.
What'd you guys talk about till I got here? Anything good?
All about you.
We
The whole
waited
time
on
we should-
people
No,
to
I
call, and the freaking trolls never
I was
called.
listening. Hey, I just wanted to say, you guys were talking about trash companies. You guys are. I feel so bad for you. Don't have Allison. I swear to God, on Tuesday mornings when my trash gets picked up, if I was standing out there, they would throw me in the back of that trash compactor.
'Cause
Like
you throw so
they
much
will
stuff out
take
there.
anything.
Yeah.
I think I
my-
have Allison, by the way.
Do you?
I think so.
My mailbox got knocked down, and literally dragged it over, like full ass mailbox, dragged it over to where the trash was, gone the next day.
They take everything.
They will take,
Yep.
I've put everything out there. 6 trash cans. They never complain. They just, like, those boys, they're amazing.
All right. So, anyways, before we go, here's the way we do this. Please use this for financing. Rates, dude, they're record low. Since 2022, rates are down in the 5s.
Let's go.
Officially down in the 5s.
Let's go.
Real estate. Spring's coming. You want to sell a house? Message us. Call us. We'd love to help you
Getting
out.
a lot of calls. Just got a call
Getting
from
busier.
a client that we got to list a home.
Getting busier. So get ready. That's coming. Maybe your taxes are too high. You want to talk about moving? We can help. Yeah, that's it. We will be back on Tuesday. Are we going to have Beatrice on?
Yeah, Beecher said he wants to come in
Oh,
Tuesday.
for God's sakes.
Yeah, he said he wants to come in. He said he threatened me and said that I have to be tough. I had to be tough on Tex. He's probably going to complain about how tough.
Yeah, you
enough.
went kind of soft when Tex was here, I gotta say.
No, I still. He agreed with me on a lot of stuff because he is my age, and I feel like we kind of have the same way of thinking. Because he was giving me some side eye when we were talking about how they have like the boomers. He was giving me a little bit. I want all you people watching at home. Yeah, he was agreeing with me on a lot of stuff.
He 100% said why. I mean,
Because
he
he's
was
a homeowner,
Yeah,
paying
he was-
taxes without kids. Why do you think he doesn't have kids?
He was basically saying, why should they?
and I said-
why should retirees not pay taxes? That's
compared to everybody else. If everybody doesn't want to pay taxes,
Yeah.
that's fair. Why should a specific
Yeah,
age group not
fair.
pay taxes?
Fair, I like that.
Yeah.
That should
and then I said they have all kinds of equity in the home, and he looked at me like,
Yeah, maybe that should be our stance. Like, it shouldn't just be retirees. It should be everybody.
the deeper we get into this, the more it's like, I want to tell the government, no, we're getting rid of property taxes. And then when they try and push something else on, it's like, no, figure it out. You should cut back. Create a budget. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and figure it out.
Stop buying lattes.
Yeah, stop buying lattes and avocado toast.
Stop. Yep. All right, everybody, we'll be back on Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Hey, one more thing. Trolls, you guys are a bunch of freaking...
Yeah, why didn't you call? I know
Not
I
one.
wasn't here.
Not one.
Yeah.
Not one
You should have called
phone
in.
call.
I was waiting. I was so excited, and you didn't do it.
All these trolls have all these problems with us. You're a bunch of freaking bitches. I'll say it.
And BJ.
Bitch.
And BJ.
You. Bitch.
Hey, buddy, in the
Yeah,
back.
he owes us lunch.
You owe us something. Also, a little aggressive with the clipping and trying to get me into...
Yeah,
He's like,
you need to have a talk with that guy.
I'm going to get this guy taken out.
He was raging, you guys?
Yeah, dude, the clip he made was
Man.
terrible.
He put that line in the water, and he just, I got a shark.
I mean, he clipped it.
Well, listen, you guys have made an impression on him. You have taught him to bring that kind of tone to the.
Oh, so
to the
what do you
show.
know? It's our fault.
I
I'm so
think it's
tired of
you.
everybody blaming us for everything.
Hair. All right, we'll see you guys all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us